Hello, everyone, and welcome to Eddie West Field here in downtown Santa Ana. Tonight is the 2024 season opener for your Santa Ana Dons as they're about set to take on the Lancers from Pasadena City College. My name is Noah Alvarez, and before we do any more introductions of either team, because they're playing it here on the video board here at Eddie West Field, we're going to go ahead and play it on the broadcast for you guys as well. We have a Anthony White tribute video. If you're unfamiliar, Anthony White was the head coach for the past 3 seasons here at Santa Ana College and unfortunately passed away at the end of last season. So we're going to go ahead and cut to that and come back with introductions on the teams.
Let's get it! Right here, right now! Get here, let's go! Get here! Get here! Let's go, get it, boy, get it! Let me get 2 big, 2 clubs, and oh! Let me get 2 big, 2 clubs, and ah! 2 big, 2 clubs, and oh! Yes, sir!
Hello, this is Anthony White, head coach of Santa Ana College and the undefeated Metro Conference champions. You're here to play football, not bear crawl. You're here to play football, not run gassers. But guess what? We don't coach effort. You have to coach effort because it's your life. You understand? It's your life and you have this one opportunity to do it. You have this one opportunity, this one moment in time to be special and make something happen special. We got about 109 student athletes in here. That's 109 different dreams. 109 different goals. Whatever yours is, we can make it happen here. Surrounding you, all the coaches on the outside, everybody here. We're here for you to help you realize those goals and dreams. You came here for a reason. I don't sleep because all I care about is getting you guys out. It's not fake. I'm real. That's why I brought these coaches in. It's all real. I told you. It's real. You came here to get out.
Champions, baby, let's go!
Hard with you not around.
Don't wake up every day living your life thinking about proving somebody wrong that didn't believe in you. Wake up every day trying to prove somebody right. The people that support you and love you, prove them right. Don't worry about the negative things and try to prove them wrong. You guys understand that? You have parents, friends, family members, coaches, teachers, all these people that love you. Prove those people right. Come with us. We're here to prove people right. There's people that believe in us. All throughout the city, all throughout the school, all in this room. Prove us right. Prove that guy next to you right that believes in you. You understand that?
Time I pray I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you. Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing your face. Thinking of the day.
A beautiful tribute video for head coach Anthony White. Again, he was the head coach of the Santa Ana Dons the past 3 seasons and unfortunately passed away at the conclusion of last season. Again, prayers and thoughts to his family. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem here at Eddie West Field, but when we come back, we'll have introductions for both the teams here playing tonight. The Dons taking on the Lancers from Pasadena City College. We'll be right back in a sec.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
Starting your college journey is a big step. It requires discipline and dedication while you balance your work, life, and education. At Santa Ana College, you can choose a pathway that fits into your schedule and leads you toward your personal and educational goals. Earn an associate degree, university transfer, career training, or even a bachelor's degree in occupational studies. With classes available both in person and online. Gain the professionalism and confidence you need to further yourself and your career, and become a bigger part of your community. Wraparound services are available to fit your needs and provide all the necessary tools to achieve academic, personal, and career success. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
Back here at Eddie West Field, and as you see the cameraman zooming in, you have a pretty good shot of the team as they make their way out of their locker room, and you see the sun setting here in downtown Santa Ana. It's the 2024 season opener for your Santa Ana Dons, as they're just about set to take on the Lancers from Pasadena City College. Again, my name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. You see the four captains for both these teams near the 45-yard line of their respective sidelines. So let's go ahead and introduce you to both teams rather quickly. Both teams are here in the 3C2A in the American Division specifically, and both teams finished 9-2 last year. The Dons, however, went on to play the College of the Desert Roadrunners in the Southern California Bowl, and they came out victorious, finishing their season 9-2, while the Pasadena City College Lancers advanced to the American Championship Bowl game, however, lost to Chaffey College. Their two losses last year were both to Chaffey College. Those are the only two losses on their schedule. As you see the captains here with the referees on the near sideline. Pretty good shot as we have Sal working the handheld camera. Again, this year on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, we'll have multi-camera shoots for you, have a couple new equipment to play around with this year, and so we're really excited about that for all the different sports going on here at Santa Ana College. Again, my name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. The visiting Pasadena City Lancers are led by fourth-year head coach Robert Tucker. Tucker in his 3 seasons with the Pasadena City College Lancers has yet to lose to Santa Ana College. He's a perfect 3-0 against them. The first time they played was back in the Southern California Bowl back in 2021. And last year, these two teams opened the season off against each other. And it was the Lancers who came out victorious as they steamrolled the Dons by a score of 55-35. Again, both Pasadena and Santa Ana near the top of the American Division. along with Chaffey College and the likes of College of the Desert and Glendale College. The lights are on here at Eddie West Field. You see the coin flip. And the 4 captains for your Santa Ana Dons. You have Jake Bento, a freshman quarterback. A sophomore defensive back that's going to be starting for the Santa Ana Dons defense. Malachi Pierce, a receiver who led the nation with the most receiving touchdowns last season, as well as number 42, Zamir Richardson. So Zamir Richardson, Jake Bento, and Malachi Pierce, 3 of the 4 captains here for the Dons. They also gave Nate Bento a captain. He is the brother of Jake Bento. Nate Bento is going to be the starting quarterback for the Dons this evening. We'll see him for the first time here at the community college level, as he's a freshman, a true freshman from El Dorado High School. A lot of El Dorado connection here, and head coach Jeff Jones for Santa Ana Dons is a alumni of of El Dorado High School as well. And after El Dorado, he came to play here at Santa Ana College for 2 seasons at the tight end position, and has been a part of the program since 1996. Took over as head coach back in 2002 and served as the team's offensive coordinator since 2017, now stepping back into the head coach position role, along with head coach or co-head coach Adam Nyson. Jeff Jones will be calling the offense. So the Dons will be receiving here the opening kickoff as the Pasadena City Lancers get out onto the 30. Lining the ball up is the Lancers kicker, Oslo Rigby. He's a sophomore kicker from Panama City, Florida, so coming away all the way from the Eastern time zone. "15 minutes up on the clock, and here is the opening kickoff. Again, the 2024 season opener just on your way. And thanks for tuning in to Dons Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Returned at the 3. Looks like it's number 8, and he gets it all the way to the 23-yard line. That is Malachi Bay. Malachi Bay, the freshman from Garden Grove. Familiar name for myself. Had the chance to coach against Malachi Bay during his career at Garden Grove High School. He's going to be a starting defensive back for the Dons defense. Last year, the Dons had one of the tougher defenses in the 3C2A. We're 3rd in the state in yards allowed per game. So this is where the first drive will start for the Santa Ana Dons tonight on their 23-yard line, right in the middle. They're heading from right to left. They're in the red uniforms with the silver numbers, and these can be tricky to read the numbers from up here in the press box. It's a handoff to Owen Smith, and he gets to about the 26-yard line. Owen Smith and William Saucedo will be the 2 running backs featured heavily as they were their freshman season here for the Santa Ana Dons. Again, wearing number 12, and the quarterback, who was also a captain earlier during the coin toss, Nate Bento, the true freshman from El Dorado. They're in 11 personnel, a tight end down to the right side, 2 receivers flexed out to Bento's left. Bento's going to have to step up. Ooh, and he gets met at the 25-yard line, maybe a loss of half a yard or so. Looks like a player's helmet came off, and so one of the Pasadena City College players is going to have to head out for a play. 3rd and about 9 coming up for the Santa Ana Dons. They have to get to about the 34-yard line. James Farmer is one of the receivers down here on the near side. Malachi Pierce is the lone receiver. He's off the ball as they have a tight end down on the right side. Nate Bento drops back. Again, has to step up into the pocket with no one open and pressure in his face. And he gets wrestled down at the 29. So gain of about 4, but it's not going to be enough, and that's going to force the Dons to punt on their opening kickoff, on their opening possession, mind you. It'll be the first we see of Aaron Hotchkiss, a very solid punter. Last year as a freshman, he's now a sophomore out of Tustin High School. as a player runs off the field for the Lancers. Almost had 12 players on the field. Back deep to return at his own 37 is Jordan Rodriguez. Punts away. Rodriguez backing up. This is a nice punt off the foot of Aaron Hotchkiss and down at the 20. They're going to say forward progress at the 24. Generous spot for Rodriguez and the Lancers offense. Now the Lancers do have a quarterback returning by the name of Caden Taylor. But talking with Coach Robert Tucker, he said that all 3 quarterbacks will be playing in tonight's game. The first quarterback to come out will be Caden Taylor, the sophomore who played last season for the Lancers. He's a sophomore from Monrovia High School. Micah Mendoza, the starting running back, he motions to the left. Pressure right in his face, and it's a short pass play over to the left side. A lot of space to work with, and that's Chakai Pulley. Correction, that's Flip Fox, who is on the reception. He gets tackled down at the 36-yard line. So first play is a first down for the Lancers offense. Again, the Lancers, it looks like there's another 15-yard penalty added to the end of that run. So the ball will now be placed at the Dons' 48-yard line. Both these teams had very strong defenses last season, and the Dons hoping to have some of that similar magic. They're going to do it without Blaze Iglesias, who was a man in the middle of the defensive line, but they return All-American Zamir Richardson. Here's the handoff to Mendoza. Mendoza has a lot of space on the left side, and that's going to be a tackle by the cornerback, Joey Fox, who makes the tackle. He's the corner over there on the far sideline by himself. Lancers go up-tempo. Mendoza motioning now to the right side. Here's the handoff. Penetration on the middle, but Mendoza makes the first man miss. Pushes the pile all the way to the 28. Gain of about 6 on the play, and the Lancers having no problem moving the ball against the Dons defense. Again, a lot of new faces, but some familiar ones as well. Joseph Aborni down on the line for Santa Ana College, wearing number 21. Also down there, 42, Zamir Richardson. Going with the 4-2-5, 5 defensive backs, 2 linebackers, and 4 down defensive linemen. Lancers have a tight end on the left position. It's going to be another handoff over on the left side, and again, a lot of room to work with as the Dons defense hasn't been able to maintain their gaps. He's brought down at the 18-yard line. That was Mo Mali on the carry, his first carry on the evening. Just like that, it's 1st and 10 from the 18 now. They're in the red zone. The Lancers are going to threaten here to score first in tonight's game. Hand off to Molly. No, it's a keeper. Taylor keeps it, tries to get outside. Good contain there. On the tackle, that's Jesse Vargas, wearing number 47. 2nd down and 9, ball on the 17. Micah Mendoza back in at running back. He's alongside Caden Taylor. Another handoff to Mendoza. Mendoza keeps it. Drags a defensive lineman with him for about 3 yards. Gets to the 13-yard line. On the tackle, that's Zamir Richardson, the All-American from last year. He's a sophomore from El Dorado High School. Oscar Serrano is currently in at the defensive tackle position along with Edward Castro. So 4 sophomores down on the defensive line for Santa Ana College. Big third down here, 3rd and 5. All the Dons defensive line jumped off sides. A free play. No, looks like the far sideline referee blew it dead. Might have been some movement up front by the Pasadena City College offensive line. We'll wait to see what the call is from the white hat. So it's an offsides penalty. So it was 3rd and 4, and with the 5-yard penalty, it's now a 1st and goal scenario for the Lancers here at the Santa Ana 7-yard line. Tight end down on the right side for the Lancers offense is a handoff to, no, Caden Taylor keeps it, lowers the shoulder, delivers a hit, but he's brought down at the 1.5, almost 2-yard line. On the left hash, the Lancers are in their white uniforms, black pants, heading from left to right at the 2-yard line. And the first play was a pass for the Lancers offense, but since then has been nothing but runs. Mendoza to the right of Taylor. It's a handoff to Mendoza. Good penetration there by the Dons defense, and they wrap him up for a tackle for loss. Down at the 8-yard line, a loss of about 5 on the play. Joseph Aborni now going to check back in. Samir Richardson going to catch a breather. Dons like to rotate their defensive line and keep them fresh. It's going to be 3rd and goal. They're going to mark forward progress at the 6. No, at the 5-yard line. So a pretty favorable spot there for Mendoza and the Lancers. 2 new running backs checking in for the Lancers offense. In the backfield with Taylor, it's Jordan Rodriguez and John Bautista. 2 receivers out to Taylor's left. Ooh, counter play to the right side. And on the handoff was Bautista. Another Lancers player helmet came off. Surprised there was no flag thrown there. Couple yards short at the 3-yard line they're going to mark him down at. Right in the middle of the field. Let's see what head coach Robert Tucker and the new offensive coordinator here at Pasadena City College elect to do. They're going to look like they're going to run out their PAT unit, field goal unit. 9:17 left to go here in the first quarter. It'll be a 20-yard field goal attempt for Nico Razzo. Snap is down, hold is good, and able to punch it in is Nico Razzo. So the Lancers get on the board first here in the first quarter with 8:56 left to go. Again, my name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. Take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, it'll be a kick return opportunity for the Santa Ana Dons.
Starting your college journey is a big step. It requires discipline and dedication while you balance your work, life, and education. At Santa Ana College, you can choose a pathway that fits into your schedule and leads you toward your personal and educational goals. Earn an associate degree, university transfer, career training, or even a bachelor's degree in occupational studies. With classes available both in person and online. Gain the professionalism and confidence you need to further yourself and your career, and become a bigger part.
So Oslo Rigby has it set at the 35-yard line, about to kick it off for the Lancers. Back deep to return is Malachi Bay and Damian Gomez. Going to go to Malachi Bay once again. He's a yard deep into the end zone, going to pull it out. Bursts up the middle, makes the first man miss at the ankles, and then finally gets met at the 24-yard line. So Malachi Bay takes it out of the end zone, gets 25 yards, however, short of the 25-yard line. And again, this is now the second possession we'll see of Nate Bento. Bento, on the first series, had a couple pass drop opportunities, and when the pressure came into his face, he elected to pull down the ball and run with it. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get enough yards for a first down. We'll go ahead and give you some of the starting offensive linemen for the Santa Ana College Dons. At right tackle, it's Jared Zamora. He's the only sophomore on the line. Blitz coming. Bento looking still up the middle, and he gets brought down in the backfield. A 1-yard loss. That's a sack. Tarek Brumfield forced the pressure coming from the slot position, the nickel linebacker position over there on the far side. At right guard, it's number 65, Angel Leole. At center for the Dons, it's Malik Pia, a center from Garden Grove. Over at left guard, it's Michael Anaya. And at left tackle, it's Isaac Collins Cerrone. 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to motion Sauceda over to the far side. A little swing pass to him, and Bento went with the sidearm throw. It was an inaccurate throw, and Saucedo wasn't able to haul it in, so clock will stop there. It's an incomplete pass, and it sets up a 3rd and 11. The Dodgers were really good on the ground last year, and backed with that good defense, they would get out to early leads, and with their defense forcing pressure on the opposing offense, they're able to pound the ball and give guys like William Saucedo, Owen Smith, Malcolm Perry, and Jackson Smith, both sophomores from last year, plenty of handoffs throughout the game. Miscommunication there, as it was intended for the near side receiver wearing number 17. That's Keyshawn Johnson. But Bento threw that, expecting him to turn around at about 10 yards. Keyshawn Johnson was still running down the field and broke his route at about the 14. So some miscommunication. Again, a lot of new faces here for the Santa Ana Dons offense. All quarterbacks who played last year, both Dallin Eggeman, now graduated, no longer with the team. Nate Bento getting the start. Here's the punt from Aaron Hotchkiss. Bounces towards the far sideline. Takes a Dons-friendly bounce all the way to the 30-yard line. And so that's where the Lancers will start their second possession of the evening. Again, thanks for tuning in to Dons Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. My name is Noah Alvarez. First home game of the season. First game of the season for both these teams. The Dons and the Lancers met last year in their season openers, but it was in Pasadena. The Lancers came out victorious by a score of 55-35, and then they used a 27-7 first quarter to really help them cruise to a victory the rest of the game. A lot of turnovers in that first quarter by the Dons offense. Pass over to the far side. It's a short pass, and it's complete. Completion by the quarterback, Caden Taylor, his second completion on the evening. In the backfield alongside with him is Mo Mali. Devin Munoz is a receiver down on the field in the slot over on the far side. We'll get you the rest, as it looks like Flip Fox is the far sideline receiver on the outside. They're going to get it to Fox really quickly. Good block there, and that seals the corner. Now it's a foot race, and Flip Fox is not going to be caught. A touchdown here on the second play of the second drive for the Pasadena Lancers. Nice block there by Devin Munoz coming from the slot position. Was able to box out Joey Fox, the corner on the far side. It was an easy pitch and catch. All Flip Fox had to do was avoid being out of bounds and outrun the safety from the far sideline. A touchdown for the Lancers. They're up 9-0 pending the extra point. 7:14 left to go on the clock. And the kicker, Nico Razzo, will now check in for the PAT. Kick is up, and it's through the uprights. So an early 10-0 lead here. Shades of last year's first game, this meeting between the two teams. And the Lancers jumped out to a 27-7 lead in the first quarter. And the Dons, while they fought valiantly, weren't able to muster up a comeback in last year's season opener. This year at home, now trailing 10-0 here in the first quarter. 7:14 left to go. It was a two-play, 70-yard drive, a 66-yard touchdown pass from Caden Taylor to Flip Fox. Flip Fox getting his first touchdown on the 2024 season. A sophomore from Pasadena High School, so right in the hometown of Pasadena City College. And thanks for tuning in to Dons Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Malachi Bay and Damian Gomez back deep to return. Bay is standing at the 8-yard line. Gomez standing back at the 6. Set to kick off is Oslo Rigby. This one's going to go over to Bay. 3 yards into the end zone. Bay is going to elect to take this one off. Again, shooting through the middle, running with a purpose. Gets to about the 23. Looked like he tripped on one of his blockers out in front of him, and so That's where the Dons will start this next offensive possession at the 24. They're going to back it up 1, so the 23-yard line. Third time we'll see Nate Bento. Again, he's the younger brother of Jake Bento. Both players went to El Dorado High School. Malachi Pierce. Motions over to the far side. There's 2 tight ends in the game, 12 personnel for the Dons. Bento going to try and roll out to the right. No one open. It was a 2-person route. Both Pierce and Farmer couldn't shake the coverage, so Bento just throws it away. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Saucedo's in the backfield. 2 tight ends into the game. Looks like it's Nathan Meek and Mason McComb. The 2 tight ends checked into the game for the Santa Ana Dons offense. Lancers are going with 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs on this 2nd down and 10. Bento has time. Looked like the ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage as it kind of came out end over end to Malachi Pierce. Pierce was over the middle, had to cut his route much flatter on that one. Now both tight ends will check out. 2 more receivers are going to check in. Farmer goes to the near side. He's the lone receiver over there. Wearing number 25, motioning over to the slot on the far side is J.J. Garcia, receiver from Santa Ana High School. Malachi Pierce, the man to watch out for. Here's over on the far sideline. 2 running backs in the backfield, Owen Smith and William Saucedo. They motion out Saucedo. It's a screen over here to the left side to Owen Smith. Owen Smith gets wrestled down, and that's going to be a face mask penalty. So he only had to beat Jakai Pulley, the sophomore linebacker, and he was unable to do so, but Pulley did bring him down via the face mask, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty for the Dons. Their first down comes via a penalty. Take it however you can get it. So ball's now at the 38 here on the left hash. Bento and the rest of the offense looking to the sidelines for the signs. 6:44 left to go here in the first quarter. Dons trailing 10-0 here to the Pasadena City College Lancers. Farmer and Malachi Pierce are the 2 receivers flanked out to the far side. There's a handoff to Smith. Smith running hard, but gets brought down by one of the defensive linemen. That's Julius Ray, sophomore from Inglewood High School. A lot of sophomores on this Lancers team, especially the defense. Both teams posed very good defenses last year. The Dons were the 3rd best team in defensive yards allowed per game. The Lancers were the 6th in the entire state of California. Both returning a lot of players on defense. However, the Lancers have had the better defense thus far. Early on in the game, Owen Smith blasts up the middle, but only a yard is gained there. And it's Jakai Pulley again, another linebacker. The sophomore very active early on for the Lancers defense. 3rd and 7. Yard to gain is the 48 of the Dons. Trying to find their rhythm on early on here on the season. Again, J.J. Garcia is going to check in. He's in the slot over on the far side. They have a tight end down, Nathan Meek, here on the right side as well. Bento, a lot of pressure in his face, and he's going to be forced to take the sack down at the 32. It's a sack recorded by Sione Suliafu. And that'll force the Dons to punt for the 3rd time this season. A lot of frustration there by the Dons offensive line as they come off the field. An all-out blitz brought. That's one thing you could do with that 3-4 defense. Disguise who's coming and where they're coming from on the blitzes. Pressure here on Aaron Hotchkiss' punt attempt. He barely gets it away. This is to Rodriguez, who receives it at his 26. Makes the first man miss and then taps out of bounds over at the 30 on the far sideline. It was a warm and muggy Saturday here. Temperature now sitting at 85 degrees here in the city of Santa Ana. A beautiful evening for football. The sun has officially set. Now we'll see the Lancers offense for the third time. Wearing number 7, we're going to get a different quarterback. It's Gianni Mascalino. Again, Robert Tucker said we're going to see all 3 quarterbacks here tonight. Mascalino in, hands it off over to the left side. Mali takes the handoff to about the 33-yard line, gain of about 3. And Joseph Aborni down on the defensive line. He's the near side defensive end. Zamir Richardson over on the far side. Oscar Serrano down at defensive tackle along with Edward Castro. Moscalini. 2 receivers to each side here on the Lancers offense. Another handoff to Mali, and Mali's running tough. About a 6-yard gain there. It's going to be a 3rd and very short. A couple more substitutions checking in for the Dons defense. We see Jake Giles and Moki Leuma checking in at the linebacker position here on this pivotal 3rd down. 3rd and 1. Yard to gain is the 40-yard line for the Lancers. Again, they're heading from left to right. Tight end down on the left side. 2 receivers out to Mascalini's right. They're going to motion Mendoza over to the right side of him. A sweep over to the left side. It makes the first man miss, and he's able to fall forward for the first down. Oscar Serrano got the penetration he needed, but was unable to finish the tackle in the backfield. So the Lancers will move the chains. Mendoza still in the game. Goes in motion to the running back position. Moscalino going to look to go deep to his receiver, the number 1 target, and a pass broken up there by Tanner Frauenberger. Frauenberger is a freshman from El Dorado, another one of those El Dorado players here on the Dons roster. Pass was intended for Flip Fox over there on the far side. We already saw him have a 66-yard touchdown pass reception earlier in the quarter. Now they're going to go with a bunch formation here down near towards the near sideline. A handoff towards the far sideline. Making a nice cutback is Micah Mendoza, and he's brought down past the 50-yard line, officially at the 46. So that'll be a 13-yard run for Micah Mendoza. Running hard, the sophomore from Pasadena High School. Already has 40 yards on the ground here early on 6 carries. 1st and 10, ball officially on the 45 now on the left hash. Again, they're going to go with that bunch formation here on the near sideline. 3 receivers squeezed tightly together. Penetration there by another linebacker, but a missed tackle. Missed tackle there by Jake Giles. And that allows for an 8-yard gain. Mendoza and the running back Mo Mali doing great jobs at making the first defender miss. 2nd down and 2. Now 3 receivers over to Mascalino's left. Looks like they had more players jumping off sides. Here's a ball thrown up here on the near sideline. But there is a flag down, so we'll wait to see if it's an offsides, which should have been a free play for the Lancers offense. Again, Gianno Mascalino. So it'll be an automatic first down. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left here to go in the first quarter. Lancers are advancing far into Don's territory here on their 3rd drive of the evening. Mascalino Hands off to Molly. Molly being patient, waits for the blockers on the left side to keep driving their defenders back. Lots of good push over there on that left side. We'll get you some of the names of those players over there on the left side. Lancers and the Dons both going with the quick tempo pace, so hard to get you all the names, but looks like it's 67 and 73 there. Both getting the push. Jake Adkins and Gabe Ambrose. Ambrose the left tackle, Adkins the left guard. So a nice job early on here in this game. Dons jump again. Undisciplined there on the defensive line. Throwing it up here on the near sideline, and another pass breakup there for the defensive back in coverage. Markel Mitchell. But on the defensive offsides, it's a first down for the Lancers offense. They move it up now to the 22-yard line. Four down defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Adam Nyson. 1:32 left to go here in the first quarter. Your Dons are trailing 10-0 here in the 2024 season opener. Again, both these teams finished 9-2. They both met last year, and the Dons are still looking for their first win against the Lancers since head coach Robert Tucker took over. Now, during this quick timeout, we'll go ahead and cut to a quick commercial break and be right back in just a sec.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
Back here at Eddie West Field, the Lancers have a 1st and 10. Ball at the Dons 22-yard line. They're currently up 10-0 here at Eddie West Field. 1:32 left to go here in the first quarter after that timeout called by the Dons. Mo Mali is in the backfield. Mascalino still the quarterback for the Lancers. It's a play action. A post over the middle. An easy pitching catch to the receiver, Flip Fox. He has his 2nd touchdown on the evening. Looked like the Dons put a different corner in coverage, but it was no match for Flip Fox. He now has that 66-yard touchdown reception and now has a 22-yard touchdown reception on the evening. Pending the extra point, the Lancers are going to go up 17-0 here early on in the first quarter. Extra point by Oslo Rigby is good. So the sophomore kicker has been able to capitalize on 2 PATs and a field goal that came earlier in the quarter. 1:28 left to go. Your Dons trail 17-0. And I'm Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. Both these teams play here in the 3C2A in the American Division. Both teams in different conferences, however. The Lancers last year went on to play Chaffey College in the American Championship Bowl. Came up short. Their 2 losses last season were both to Chaffey College. The Dons also had a crack at Chaffey last year and lost to them as well. One of their 2 losses on the season. Again, both teams finished 9-2. The Dons were led by head coach Anthony White last year, and unfortunately he passed away at the end of the season. Jeff Jones is the head coach now of the Dons this season, a guy who's very familiar with this program. Has been a part of the Dons program since 1996. Kickoff to Malachi Bay. He's going to take it right at the goal line and going to go up the middle once again. This time he's tripped up. So all the kickoff have led Malachi Bay to the middle of the field, and he hasn't been able to make that first defender miss. Open field tackle there made by Coleman Morning. Fourth possession of the game here now for the Dons. Let's see if they're find a different result other than a punt this time. Again, a lot of good penetration up front, and a lot of good disguises on their blitzes that the Lancers are using here on their defense. Jakai Pulley and Kaiden Bailey are the two linebackers in the middle of that 3-4 defense that have been wreaking havoc on Nate Bento. Bento has two running backs in the backfield. They're going to do a play action. He's going to roll out to the right. Bento looking to air it out deep for Pierce. Pierce does make the catch, but is he in bounds? No, he is out of bounds, says the far sideline referee. So Pierce and his teammates were ready to celebrate. Unfortunately, they're going to put the ball back down there at the 22-yard line. Is it incomplete? Nice route there, won by Malachi Pierce. Unfortunately, the throw by Nate Bento drifted him towards the sideline. Second down and 10 coming up for the Dons. They have Owen Smith back in the backfield. Bento, again, forced to roll out to his right. Again, wanting to go to Malachi Pierce, and he was in double coverage. Underneath, that was John Batista. No, that was Eli Moulton, one of the safeties who was underneath that route. A comeback route ran by Malachi Pierce. No, they're going to say it was a complete pass. 3rd and 2. So the ball's at the 30-yard line over on the far hash. So they're going to say that was a complete catch to Malachi Pierce. Don't know how he held on to that one, and it looks like Robert Tucker giving that referee on the far sideline an earful. And now the Dons are going to call another timeout, their second timeout of the half. Again, Dons trail 17-0. During this timeout, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the scores from around the 3C2A here, and specifically in the SCFA, the Southern California Football Association. Also going on here in the American Division, Chaffee has an early 7-0 lead over LA Valley. Let's see if there's any other American Division games going on, as LA Pierce trailing to Compton College 7-0 early on in that game. That game is in the second quarter. No score updates from Santa Monica and Victor Valley. Also here in the SCFA in the the National Division, Golden West up late in the fourth quarter against Bakersfield. They have a 27-19 lead over with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Moore Park has a 17-16 lead over against Palomar, that is in the city of San Marcos. And also on sportsnetusa.net, Fullerton College has a 24-0 lead over Santa Barbara City College. That game is in the third quarter. Colleagues Mark Pavlovich and Corey Nalen on the call on that one as they travel to Santa Barbara this evening. Much cooler weather, I'm sure, as it's a handoff to Owen Smith. Does he get the 2 yards that they needed? The ball came out. Fumble. Far sideline referee says that the ball or the knee was down. So it looked like Owen Smith had enough, and they do give the Dons a first down. So their first down, other than the penalty that they had earlier in the game on their third drive. This is their fourth drive of the evening. Under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Dons have stalled out in their previous 3 possessions. Pierce and Farmer are the lone receivers. They have 2 tight ends in on the formation. Try to draw the defensive line off sides. Here's a free play to Pierce. Pierce does make the catch, but his feet were out of bounds. Should be a 5-yard penalty for the... No, they're not going to draw There was movement up on the defensive line, but no flag was thrown. So they didn't break the neutral zone according to the referees here. 2nd down and 10 coming up. I'm sure Bento and the Dons offense thought that was going to be a free play. Tight end and 2 receivers down here towards the near sideline. Bento going to motion out his running back. He's going to block. Bento lowers the shoulder and takes a big hit down at the 37-yard line. That was Saucedo, who's the man who went out into motion. A rollout play over to the left side, but Bento didn't see anyone open. Decided to tuck it and run. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Yard to gain is the 43-yard line. 10 seconds and ticking. We'll see if the Dons decide to call another play or just let it go to quarter. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it looks like the Dons do want to wait a little bit more on this big 3rd down here and think about what their next play call is going to be. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Dons when we come back. Again, thanks for tuning in to Dons football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
So it's the beginning of the 2nd quarter here. Your Dons trailing 17-0. They have a big 3rd and 6 coming up. They're not going to be heading from left to right. And we'll go ahead and reset you the starting offensive line as well. Starting at right tackle, Jared Zamora. Over at right guard, Michael Anaya. At center, Malik Pia. Left guard, Angel Leole. And at left tackle, it's Isaac Collins Cerrone. So 3rd and 6. Bento looks left, gets it to Pierce. Easy hitch and pitch. Gain of about 8 yards. Pierce is brought down at the 47-yard line. So it'll be a 1st down. Dons are moving the chains. Have yet to get the ball across midfield here. 14:40 left to go now in the 2nd quarter. Pierce is going to come to the near sideline with James Farmer. The signals being brought in from the sideline. 2 tight ends, 1 on each side of the formation. Bento hands it off to Owen Smith. Owen Smith can't make the first man miss. Julius Ray was able to grab the legs and hold on for his teammates to come and assist on the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Ball over on the far hash, the left hash. 2 receivers over here on the near side. Farmer in the slot, Malachi Pierce, the outside receiver. Owen Smith in the backfield. Now Bento's going to try and take off again, and he's wrestled down there by another one of the linebackers. That's Kimbom Ash. Makes the tackle. He's a freshman from El Monte High School. 3rd and about 6. It says 3rd and 5 on the scoreboard. So 5 yards to gain here for the Santa Ana Dons. They do get past midfield. We'll see what they do here on this big 3rd down. Again, the 2 tight ends in on the formation. Nathan Meek and Mason McComb. Three down defensive linemen for the Pasadena City Lancers. No pressure being brought. Only 3 men rushing. Bento going to try and tuck it, run, get the first down himself, and he does. The yard he needed to gain was the 43, and he got all the way down to about the 38. So Bento hasn't really been able to find a groove with his arm in the passing game, but has tucked in and ran plenty of times. Able to get the first down there. The third down conversion by the Dons on this drive. Checking into the game now is Damian Gomez. He's the slot receiver over there on the far side. Him and Farmer, the 2 receivers out there. Meek is the tight end on the left. And Malachi Pierce is the lone receiver here on the near side. One of the referees blows the whistles dead and blows the play dead. And it's going to be a timeout called by the Lancers from the sideline. So maybe something Robert Tucker didn't like in that formation he saw there. Wants to talk things over with his defense. It's the first time that we've seen them bend here, as they have an early 17-0 lead here at Eddie West Field. Again, it's the 2024 season opener. Don's taking on the Pasadena City College Lancers. Coming up on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, you can find all the sports here for Santa Ana College on the YouTube channel, and whenever they have home games, you can find their games here on the YouTube channel, streamed live. The next game we'll have is women's soccer this upcoming Friday, September 13th, as they'll take on College of the Desert. That game will start at 2 p.m. And then right after them, at 4, will be men's soccer as they take it on San Bernardino Valley College. That game starting at 4 p.m. So it's a soccer doubleheader this upcoming Friday, Friday, September 13th. The next game for the Santa Ana Dons will be this next Saturday. They'll travel to LA Southwest College and take on the Wildcats on the road for game number 2 of the season. So 1st and 10 for Bento and the Dons offense. He's looking to the near side, going to loft it up for Pierce. Pierce, with a defender all over him, still makes the catch. No, they're going to say it was incomplete, as he had to, reestablish position on the near sideline. He was out of bounds and then came inbounds to grab it. There is a flag thrown here on the sideline, assuming that's going to be a defensive pass interference. A lot of contact there made by the corner in coverage. Again, Pierce led the entire nation here at the community college level with 18 touchdown receptions. However, that was with 2 sophomore quarterbacks in Beck Moss and Dallin Eggman. The corner who was called for pass interference was Dylan Benitez. Idric Carmichael is the corner here on the near side. Nathan Meek, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Bento going to drop back. Pass over the middle to Meek. Meek gets tripped up there, and the ball will be placed at the 9-yard line. So a quick pass over the middle to the tight end. Dons are able to get some rhythm here on offense on this drive, moving the chain successfully. This will be the 11th play of the drive. They've driven 69 yards thus far to get here down to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Dons offense. Meek still the tight end over on the far side. William Saucedo has now checked into the game, as well as J.J. Garcia. He's the slot over on the left side. Pressure being brought from the far side. Bento escapes. Looks like there's a flag down on the near sideline at the 9-yard line. Could be someone lined up in the neutral zone for the Lancers defense. And so someone was lined up offsides for the Lancers. So a 5-yard penalty. Moves the ball to the 4-yard line for the Dons. First and goal, another opportunity here. Malachi Pierce in the game, along with, I believe that's 3 tight ends. The third tight end coming into the game this time is Brady Lacher. So we still see the likes of Meek, McComb, and Lacher. Looks like the Dons took a little too long to get that play in, so they had to take another timeout from the sideline. That's their third and final timeout here in the first half, so they have no more remaining for the rest of the half. They trail 17-0 here, but have a chance to get up on the scoreboard. Ball is placed on the 4-yard line, and thanks for tuning in to Santa Ana College football here on the Santa Ana Dons Athletic YouTube channel, in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. The next time the Dons will be here at home at Eddie West Field will be Saturday, September 21st, as they'll take on the Glendale Vaqueros. Again, that is Saturday, September 21st. Game is set to kick off at 6 p.m. So in 2 weeks, you can come check out the Dons once again here at Eddie West Field in downtown Santa Ana. Again, thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. They have the same exact schedule as they did last year, facing the same opponents. However, they have flipped. In the games that they were away last year, they're now home. In the games that they were home last year, they are now away. So we're seeing Pasadena City College for the first time here in 2 seasons. Team is huddled up. Dons break the huddle, as do the Lancers defense. Ready for this first and goal play here from the Lancers 4-yard line. 3 tight ends. Looks like Brady Lacher is the tight end as a wing back in the backfield. It's going to be a keep for Bento. Bento lowers the shoulder, tries to reach for the goal line, and ends up maybe a couple inches too short. On the tackle is Idric Carmichael, as well as Mason Garcia. So ball is now placed at the 1. Some misdirection there as he faked the handoff to Saucedo. Nate Bento showing that he could do it with his legs. Gets 3 tough yards there. Second down and goal from the 1-yard line. How will the Dons get their first touchdown of the 2024 season? Again, same formation. Owen Smith. Oh, quick snap. Owen Smith's going to have to take this one. It's William Saucedo who's into the game. Dons are very fortunate that that wasn't a turnover. Both Bento and Saucedo weren't expecting that snap. It deflected off Bento and went right into the arms of Saucedo, but he dropped it, kicked it around a couple yards, and then immediately just went try to get as many yards as he could. Ball's now at the 7 in the middle. So miscommunication between the center, Malik Pia. So now James Farmer checks back in. He's the receiver, all by himself on the near side. Pressure being brought up the middle. Bento going to roll to his left, looking to get the ball to Pierce. Now he puts his foot in the ground, tries to cut up field, and is brought down at the 2-yard line. So a tough decision here for Jeff Jones and Adam Nyson. Do they elect to go for the field goal and take the points? The ball is officially down at the 3-yard line. A long 3 yards to go for the end zone. They're already trailing 17-0 here to Pasadena City College. Don't see any field goal unit running out, so it looks like the Dons will go for it here on this 4th down. They're going to have to get the play in relatively quickly. 10 seconds left on the play clock now. Again, that 3 tight end formation. This time it's Mason McComb, the tight end, as the wing back here on the right side. They weren't able to get the play off before the play clock hit 0. So it looked like the Dons try to take a timeout, but they're out of timeouts. We just saw them take their 3rd timeout a couple minutes ago. believe that's going to be a penalty on Santa Ana College then. Yeah, so it'll be a delay of game penalty on the Dons offense. Ball will now be placed at the 8-yard line. 4th and goal. Looks like the Dons are still going to go for it from the 8-yard line. Again, that 3 tight end formation. Malachi Pierce, the lone receiver. They haven't targeted Pierce here inside the 10. A little surprised to see that. They're going to play action. Now they're going to try and target Pierce into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Lancers defense. Tiptoeing his way down the sideline, and finally Bento and Malik Pia are able to bring him down at the Lancers 43-yard line. But a very frustrated Don sideline after that play call there. On 4th and 8, Bento threw it up into double coverage. On the interception, it was Eli Moulton who took it all the way out of the end zone, 8 yards deep into the end zone, took it back to the 43. So the Dons unable to capitalize with a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. They looked pretty disorganized there down in the red zone. Had a delay of game penalty, had to call a timeout as well. And on the 4th and 8 play, they tried to get it to Malachi Pierce. Pierce was in double coverage, and the throw was going to be well short. Not enough on the ball by Nate Bento. Corner on the near side here for the Dons defense is Gray Greer. 3 receivers over to the right. Christian Gabb all over that screen there. They try to go back to the screen that they ran on the first play of the game. However, Christian Gabb was all over that one. Jaden Alexander, the intended target. Gianni Mascolino, the quarterback. He was the quarterback who came in on the last possession. We've seen both the likes of Caden Taylor and now Gianni Mascolino at quarterback. Robert Tucker said we're going to see all 3 quarterbacks play here today for Pasadena City College. Dons bring some pressure here on this run play. Handoff up the middle to Michael Mendoza. Mendoza keeps the feet churning. Can't get to midfield, but he does get all the way to about the 48-yard line. Right in the middle of the City of Santa Ana Stadium logo. Right near midfield. So to bring up 3rd and 6. Lancers have a much quicker pace than the Dons offense. Mendoza. Ooh, and it looks like they got Oscar Serrano to jump off sides. A free play again for the Dons defense. It's interception. But again, this is a free play for the Lancers. So it'll be still in possession of the Lancers offense. That's the 5th time now that we've seen the Dons defense jump off sides in the hard count. Something we didn't see last year, and that was one thing that we were wondering how the defense was going to do. Anthony White, the past previous 3 seasons, has always had the defense as a big part of the game plan. He's a defensive-minded head coach, even while at Buena Park High School as well. But Jeff Jones is now the head coach of the program, more of an offensive-minded guy. Referee down looking for the ball. They're going to say, is that a false start penalty on the offense? So it'll be, no. So there's some confusion here on the field. It was 3rd and 6. For some reason, they backed it up to 3rd and 10 and walked it 5 yards. But the ball should be at the 48-yard line of the Dons, and it should be 3rd and 1 coming up. I think the referees lost place of where the ball was at on that last play. It's actually going to be good enough for a 1st down, so it does get all the way to the 47-yard line. .8:20 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Lancers have a 17-0 lead over the Dons. Mo Mali is checked back in as running back for the Lancers offense. Runs into a wall of Don's defenders there, and it's a very minimal gain. Edward Castro and Moki Leomua combined for the tackle there. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Jaden Alexander is the near side receiver. Greg Greer is the corner in coverage on this near side. Fakes the handoff to Mali. A lot of space there for Alexander. However, Mascalini unable to connect with his intended target. An incomplete pass, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. We saw the Dons get into a lot of 3rd and longs defensively last year, which allowed them to get into the backfield plenty of times with the likes of Blaze Iglesias and Aborni, Zamir Richardson, along many others. Here's a good opportunity to do so here on this 3rd and long. Mascalino with 3 receivers down to his left. Rolls out now to his right. Only 1 receiver on that side of the formation. Runs the deep comeback route, but he didn't get a foot in bounds. An acrobatic catch on the sideline there made by Greg Moore. However, it's going to be out of bounds. Wasn't able to get a foot down. 4th and 10 coming up. It'll be the first time we see the Lancers punt here this evening. 7:34 left to go here in the first half. Punting for the Pasadena Lancers will be Alejandro Rodriguez, wearing number 93. Back deep to return is Malachi Bay. He's standing at his own 6-yard line. Bay comes up, waves for the fair catch. Ball took him to his left at the last second, and he does fall to the ground, but secures the ball. And that's where the Dons will start this offensive possession at the 14-yard line. So a long ways to go, and they stalled out at the 4-yard line last drive. They had 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. We saw a delay of game penalty. They had to take a timeout. And then on 4th and goal from the 8-yard line, they threw it up to Malachi Pierce in double coverage. And we saw an interception by the safety Eli Moulton. So Malachi Pierce is one of the receivers into the game, along with Keyshawn Johnson. Tight end Nate Meek is down on the right side. 2 running backs in the formation. There's a handoff to William Saucedo. Saucedo was part of the 2022 Yorba Linda Mustang team that went 14-0 and won the Division III Southern Section CIF Championship. Very talented running back from Yorba Linda High School. Was a very talented freshman, was on pace to rush for over 1,000 yards last season, but an injury between week 5 and 7 really hurt his progress. Owen Smith was able to step up. Owen Smith gets the handoff here and is able to get a few more yards. Falls ahead to the 23-yard line. Yard to gain is a 24, so it should be 3rd and 1 coming up. Looks like there's also a flag on the play. And they're going to call a personal foul on one of the defensive linemen, Caleb Botticello. Making a rookie mistake, the freshman from Gilbert, Arizona, was called for a personal foul after the whistle was blown. So a 1st down for the Dons. They now have the ball at the 38-yard line. Again, Nate Bento still in at quarterback. Two tight ends in the formation. It's Nathan Meek. And the wing over here on the near side is Mason McComb. Fakes the handoff over to the left side. Throw to Pierce here on the near side. Pierce has a catch. Steps out of bounds at the 47. Another 1st down for the Dons as they move the chains. Owen Smith will now check back into the game. So Bento has 2 running backs in the formation. Pierce and Farmer are going to be the 2 receivers out. Over on the far side, Farmer in the slot. Pierce, the far sideline receiver. Bento ends up getting taken down in the backfield at the 49-yard line, so loss of about 1. They rule him down at the 48. 5:40 left to go here in the first half. Second down and 11 coming up. William Saucedo is going to check out of the game now. In comes J.J. Garcia. He's in at the slot over there on the left side of the formation. James Farmer by himself here on the near side. We haven't seen them target the sophomore receiver yet on the evening. Bento drops back, looks left, has to get rid of it quickly with pressure in his face. That ball barely gets to Malachi Pierce as he had to crouch down to a knee to catch that one. Ball placed at the 41. It'll be 3rd and 3. That's the 4th reception on the evening for Malachi Pierce. 4 receptions for 40 yards on 5 targets. 3rd and 4 coming up. Handoff over on the right side. William Saucedo keeps the feet churning. The far sideline referee says he's down at about the 38, which might be half a yard short. So another big decision here for the coaching staff of Santa Ana College. Do they go for it here on this 4th and 1? Just over 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Don still trailing 17-0. 2 running backs in the backfield. Nathan Meek, the tight end, over on the right side of the formation. It's a handoff to Saucedo. Saucedo keeps the feet churning, has the space, and he's able to get all the way to the 30. Good enough for a Don's first down. You hear the applause from the home crowd. Plenty of fans here in Chernout for the first game of the 2024 season. Get to see, even on this warm Saturday evening. Again, Don's taking a lot longer to get the play in from the sidelines. A lot of signs being thrown up here by the players on the sideline. 2 running backs still in the formation. Owen Smith on the right of Bento. Looks like there's a new running back here on the left. Once we get the number, we'll be able to relay that to you. Bento being dragged down in the backfield. He does get back to the line of scrimmage, so there'll be no gain on the play. That's going to be Izzy Duncan on the sack. Half a yard loss on the play there. J.J. Garcia now checks into the game. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. James Farmer's the lone receiver here on the near side. Bento with 3 receivers over to his left. Now keeps it. Quarterback design run. Gets spun up there down at the 27-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6 coming up for the Santa Ana Dons. Again, they're heading from left to right in their red uniforms and white pants. Nate Bento getting his first start as a member of the Santa Ana Dons football program. And the brother of Jake Bento, a defensive back who played plenty of snaps last year for the Dons secondary. Looks like head coach Robert Tucker is going to take another timeout here on this big 3rd and 5. That's his second timeout of the first half. He has 1 remaining. 2:05 left to go here in the second quarter. Thanks again for tuning in to Don's Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. When we go to halftime break, we will have a recap of the first half with some stats from the first half of action towards the end of the halftime break. Again, it'll be 20 minutes here during halftime at Eddie West Field. The next time you can check out the Dons here at Eddie West will be Saturday, September 21st as they take on Glendale College. And that game set to kick off at 6 p.m. So big 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Dons. Ball in the middle of the field. They have Damian Gomez and Malachi Pierce as the 2 receivers. 2 Bentos left. See what the freshman quarterback can do here on this big 3rd down. Throws it over the middle, and that's going to be a holding or a pass interference call on one of the defensive backs. That's Elijah Lewis, who was the man in coverage, and he dragged Damian Gomez down to the ground. An easy penalty there. It's a defensive pass interference penalty on the Lancers defense. And so the Dons will continue to move the chains. Now we're going to take another break for the 2-minute warning. Dons are going to hustle over to the sideline. And thanks for tuning in to Dons Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. We'll be right back after a commercial break.
Starting your college journey is a big step. It requires discipline and dedication while you balance your work, life, and education. At Santa Ana College, you can choose a pathway that fits into your schedule and leads you toward your personal and educational goals. Earn an associate degree, university transfer, career training, or even a bachelor's degree in occupational studies. With classes available both in person and online. Gain the professionalism and confidence you need to further yourself and your career, and become a bigger part of your community. Wraparound services are available to fit your needs and provide all the necessary tools to achieve academic, personal, and career success. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
So 1st down and 10 for the Dons offense here with 2 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing 17-0. Looking to get on the board first. They stalled out inside their own 5-yard line on their last possession. Let's see if they can capitalize here on this golden opportunity. Pressure coming up the middle from the Lancers defense is a fade route thrown to James Farmer. James Farmer hangs on for the catch. The first touchdown of the evening. Dons have a new light show, too, after the touchdown is scored here at Eddie West Field, and they now have 6 points up on the board. There is an injured player down on the field at about the 19-yard line for the Santa Ana Dons. Hope the Dons player is all right. So 12-yard touchdown reception for James Farmer. His first touchdown of the 2024 season and his first reception of the 2024 season. We had just mentioned, too, how he hadn't been targeted early in the game compared to his sophomore teammate Malachi Pierce. And there's an injured Dons player as both teams take a knee out on the field. Pending the extra point, Dons will be trailing 17-7. Good to see the Dons capitalize inside the red zone here on their 5th possession of the evening. Again, stalled out their first 3 possessions, had to punt the ball away. On their 4th possession, got it all the way inside the 5, but were unable to capitalize and threw an interception into the end zone. Looked like it was one of the linemen for the Santa Ana Dons, who gets helped up to his feet, and he's going to be able to walk and even jog off the field under his own power. It looks like that's Michael Anaya. Hope he's okay. But James Farmer hauls in the first touchdown reception of the 2024 season. Nate Bento to James Farmer. Here's Aaron Hotchkiss for the point after attempt. Kick is through the uprights, and it is good. 17-7 is the score. 1:55 left to go. Still plenty of time. However, the Lancers only have 1 timeout remaining, so we'll see how conservative or aggressive head coach Robert Tucker wants to be here. With less than 2 minutes left to go, maybe try and attempt a 2-minute drill. They've had a lot of success running the ball on the Dons defense. They have 83 rushing yards total, and have had no problem moving the ball on the Dons defense. However, the last 2 possessions, they've been forced to punt the ball away. And the Lancers have 188 total yards on 24 total plays. 105 of those have come through the air. The other 83 have come via on the ground. Both the likes of Micah Mendoza and Mo Mali have been running very hard between the tackles. This one's going to bounce down at the 12. Ooh, 2 missed tackles there by the Santa Ana Dons. This could potentially be a big return for Pulley. Pulley's going to get past everybody, and that's going to be a kick return touchdown for the Lancers. I don't see any flags down on the field. What could have been a big play there for the kickoff team. That was Flip Fox, excuse me. But 2 defenders for the Dons were right there at the 20-yard line to meet Fox. He ran right through that arm tackle, or the 2 arm tackle attempts, and was able to outrun everybody else down on the far sideline. He has the speed to get past everybody. And now it'll be Nico Razzo to attempt the point after. Gets it through the uprights, and just like that, it's back to a 17-point lead for the Lancers. Right after the Dons are able to get their first touchdown on the evening, they give up a touchdown on the ensuing kick return. So now we'll see the Dons kick return team here. 1:41 left to go. We'll see how aggressive now the Dons coaching staff is in trying to get another score on the board before we head to halftime. And thanks for tuning in to Don's Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. Again, back deep to return is Malachi Bay. This actually looks like they're going to run out William Saucedo. So Saucedo and Damian Gomez are back deep to return. Malachi Bay going to head back to the sideline. Set to kick it off is Oslo Rigby. Here's the kickoff from Rigby. He got a good hold of this one. Gomez is about 3 yards deep into the end zone. Again, going to try and shoot up the middle. Not a lot of room to work with there as he does get back to about the 21-yard line. So the Dons will have the ball now with 1:34 left to go here in the first half. Again, my name is Noah Alvarez. During the halftime break, we'll be able to give you some stats from the first half. Again, a lot of those stats will be in favor of the Lancers. Currently up 24-7 here in the season opener. Both teams playing here in the American Division of the 3C2A. Malachi Pierce is out there as a receiver along with J.J. Garcia and Keyshawn Johnson. Nathan Meek is the tight end down on the line on the right side. 1st and 10 for the Dons. Ball's at their 22-yard line. William Saucedo is in the backfield. Pressure coming up the middle. It's a screen to Saucedo. No one found the linebacker, and Saucedo gets rocked at the 20-yard line. Loss of about 1. That was Tarek Blumfield, who came from the safety position, linebacker position, excuse me, laid down the wood on William Saucedo. They're going to say no gain, so he did get back to the line of scrimmage. The clock continues to run. The Dons are out of timeouts. There are no urgency to get this next play off. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Owen Smith now checks back into the game. The Lancers rush 4. Bento steps up in the pocket and decides to take off and run with it, but not a lot of room to run. As another tackle there made by Ja'Kai Pulley, the linebacker, one of the sophomores on this sophomore-heavy defense. 40 seconds left now here in the quarter. 3rd and 12 coming up. Clock gets stopped now, and I believe Another quarterback is going to have to come in as Bento's helmet did come off. So now coming into the game, what we assume for probably one play is going to be another freshman quarterback, Matthew Espinoza, went to South Torrance High School, wearing number 9. He's in the backfield with Saucedo. We'll see if they elect to run the ball and keep the clock moving, or if they decide to air it out on this 3rd and long. Now the referees are going to go talk towards the far sideline. Robert Tucker, the head coach for Pasadena City College, seems pretty upset, not too sure what he's upset about. All we could do is speculate. Maybe mistiming or misusage of the clock here. And more time should be on the clock is what Robert Tucker is arguing as he points to the scoreboard. Again, the scoreboard shows 31.5 seconds left. And so there was 9 seconds that ran off. They do put 42 seconds left on the scoreboard now. So 42 seconds left here in the second quarter. Don still trailing 24-7. 3rd and 12 coming up with their backup quarterback, Matthew Espinoza. Let's see what the play call is here. The Lancers do have one more timeout. It's a draw play up to Owen Smith. Owen Smith decides to go right with it. And getting tackled from behind by Caleb Botticello. It's a minimal gain of about 4. That's going to force the Dons to punt the ball away. 36.5 seconds left. Robert Tucker called timeout, his last of the first half. That'll stop the clock. And a chance for the Lancers to have a big play on the return and maybe get another crack at the end zone. Back deep to return is Jordan Rodriguez. He's standing at his own 40, backing up to his 38-yard line now. Aaron Hotchkiss standing at his own 11. Hotchkiss awaits the whistle, ready for play. Here's the snap, a little high. Hotch is going to have to get this one away in a hurry, and he does. An effective punt. Rodriguez decides to fair catch it right at the 40-yard line. So despite that pressure and the high snap, Hotchkiss able to get a good punt off. So the Lancers offense will have another go at it here in the first half. Coming back into the game is Caden Taylor. He was the sophomore quarterback that started the beginning of the game. We saw a few series of backup quarterback Gianni Mascalino. Taylor with Rodriguez as the running back right behind him. Motions him now to the left side of the formation. Dons have 4 down defensive linemen. To sprint out to the left side. Taylor sets the feet and was short on a corner route intended for his receiver, Josh Soto.
Yeah, that was 4. I'm sorry, that's 4. Yeah. 7 was before. Right, 7 was the quarterback in the last.
Second down and 10, 25 seconds. Only 6 seconds came off the clock on that play. 2 receivers to each side of Caden Taylor as he relays the play to his offensive line. Oscar Serrano is down there on the line, along with Maki Armstrong and Zamir Richardson. They're going to do a motion. Screen backside to the running back. And being brought down, swung down on the far sideline at the 49-yard line is John Batista. Now there's an injured player on the sideline for Pasadena City College. 12 seconds left on the scoreboard. 3rd and short. The Lancers will have to be very careful on this next play call. If they want to get another play off or another crack at the end zone, they'll have to work towards the sidelines. Robert Tucker seems very frustrated over there on the far sideline. 3 receivers over here now to the near side. Again, Caden Taylor back in at quarterback. Jordan Rodriguez is the running back in the backfield alongside him. 3rd and 1, 12 seconds left. In motion, Rodriguez. Taylor tried the hard count. Dons are going to bring pressure. Throw over to the far sideline and a little too wide of his intended target. That's Jaden Alexander again. We've seen both quarterbacks miss Jaden Alexander when he's had some space. The corner in coverage over on the far side is Tanner Frauneberger. 4th and 1. 9 seconds left remaining. So not only do they have to get the first down here, they have to do so and get out of bounds if they want another crack and take a Hail Mary shot at the end zone. 2 receivers to each side of Taylor. Taylor relays the play to his offensive line. It's Bautista, the running back, to Taylor's right. Now it looks like it's going to be a delay of game penalty on the Lancers offense. So maybe they were just trying to draw the Dons defense off sides one more time. Dons didn't oblige there. Now it'll be 4th and 6. We'll see if the Lancers decide to punt the ball away. Defense stays out there for the Dons, awaiting to see what formation comes out. And it does look like the punter is going to head back there. Alejandro Rodriguez, we saw him have one punt earlier. Malachi Bay is going to come into the game. Standing at his own 15, this will probably be the last play. Bad punt there by Rodriguez as it hopped out of bounds and nearly into the stands over there. The far sideline referee says that the ball is going to be placed at the 39, almost the 40-yard line. Just under 4 seconds left to go here in the first half. We'll see if the Dons elect to just take a knee or run a play here as the final play of the second quarter. Again, they trail 24-7. And it's the 2024 season opener. In 2 weeks, you can come check out the Dons here at Eddie West Field once again as they take on Glendale College for game number 3 of the season. Next week, they travel to LA Southwest College. So it looks like Nate Bento back into the game along with Owen Smith. 2 tight ends and 2 receivers down to the near side. On this 1st and 10 play, Bento fakes the handoff. The Dons are going to run a play, try and go deep over the middle, and this is thrown right to one of the linebackers for the Lancers. He's on the near sideline waiting for his blocks to develop. Now he cuts back across the grain. Plenty of room for him to run. Can Malik Pia catch him down there? And he does. Malik Pia saves a touchdown as it was Ja'Kai Pulley who had the interception, gets pushed out of bounds at the 5, but it was the center who was able to push him out. An interception, the second one thrown by quarterback Nate Bento. And with that, that marks the end of the first half. Again, your score, Pasadena City 24, Santa Ana College 7. And thanks for tuning in to Don's Football. We're going to go ahead and cut to a commercial break. And when we come back, in about 15 minutes or so, we'll have some halftime stats from the first half. Again, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in a moment.
Let's get it! Right here, right now! Get here, let's go! Get here! Let's go, get it, boy, get it! Let me get too big, too close, and oh! Let me get too big, too close, and too big, too close, and yes, sir!
Hello, this is Anthony White, head coach of Santa Ana College and the undefeated Metro Conference champions. We're here to play football, not bear crawl. We're here to play football, not run gases. But guess what? We don't coach effort. You have to coach effort because it's your life. You understand? It's your life and you have this one opportunity to do it. You have this one opportunity, this one moment in time to be special and make something happen special. We got about 109 student athletes in here. That's 109 different dreams. 109 different goals. Whatever yours is, we can make it happen here. Surrounding you, all the coaches on the outside, everybody here. We're here for you to help you realize those goals and dreams. You came here for a reason. I don't sleep because all I care about is getting you guys out. It's not fake. I'm real. That's why I brought these coaches in. It's all real. I told you. It's real. You came here to get out.
When you win,
Champions, baby, let's go!
time to break, I'll be missing you.
It's kinda hard with you not around.
Don't wake up every day living your life thinking about proving somebody wrong that didn't believe in you. Wake up every day trying to prove somebody right. The people that support you and love you, prove them right. Don't worry about the negative things and try to prove them wrong. You guys understand that? You have parents, friends, family members, coaches, teachers, all these people that love you. Prove those people right. Come with us. We're here to prove people right. There's people that believe in us. All throughout the city, all throughout the school, all in this room. Prove us right. Prove that guy next to you right that believes in you. You understand that?
Time I pray, I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you. Every step I take, every move I make.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Starting your college journey is a big step. It requires discipline and dedication while you balance your work, life, and education. At Santa Ana College, you can choose a pathway that fits into your schedule and leads you toward your personal and educational goals. Earn an associate degree, university transfer, career training, or even a bachelor's degree in occupational studies. With classes available both in person and online. Gain the professionalism and confidence you need to further yourself and your career, and become a bigger part of your community. Wraparound services are available to fit your needs and provide all the necessary tools to achieve academic, personal, and career success. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
When you get to hoist the trophy, the next season comes with a big target on your back. There isn't a man in that dugout who isn't clear on the objective. A coach who knows what it takes, sophomores who are hungry for an encore, and freshmen who want to cement their name in history. So no matter the time or the place, regardless of the adversity we may face, we don't hang our heads, we hang banners. There's no room or time for panic, because come May, we know how to create that magic. The bumps and bruises along the way may have taken a toll, but come postseason, the only thing on our mind is Back here at the Eddie West Field here in downtown Santa Ana, also known as the Santa Ana Stadium, also known to some as the Santa Ana Bowl, whatever you want to call it here. It's also known as the Dons home field for the 2024 season. And going forward, they currently trail 24-7 here to Pasadena City College. And we have some first half stats for you here at the halftime break. And the Lancers were on the board first, and they actually scored the first 17 points. They went up 17-0. It was Nico Rosso who had a 20-yard field goal to get the scoring started. Then Caden Taylor completed a 66-yard pass to Flip Fox. It was only in the air for about 2 yards or so because it was a quick screen play to Flip Fox, and he used his speed to get down the sideline to make it a 10-0 game. Then it was Gianni Mascalino, the backup quarterback, who threw it to Flip Fox for a 22-yard touchdown that made it 17-0. After that, Nate Bento was able to find James Farmer for a 12-yard touchdown to allow the Dons to get on the board late in the second quarter. But on the ensuing kickoff, it was Flip Fox who returned it for a 92-yard touchdown all the way back to the house. It was 2 missed tackles that he broke through, 2 arm tackles that the Dons defenders failed to wrap up on and allowed Flip Fox to get all the way down towards the end zone. And that's how we have the score, 24-7. Both teams have 11 first downs. However, the Dons only have 111 total yards in comparison to the Lancers' 197. The Lancers have 92 yards on the ground, and they have 114 yards through the air. In comparison to the Dons, they have 44 yards on the ground, 67 through the air. Much different than what we used to seeing last year when the Dons had a much more prolific ground attack, and they had a lot more sophomores on that offensive line. The only sophomore on this year's offensive line is Jared Zamora, the big right tackle. A lot of new faces on the offensive line, including the quarterback as well. Leading the charge for the Dons offensively, Nate Bento has 13 rushes for 18 yards. Owen Smith also has 18 yards on 7 carries. Malachi Pierce has 4 catches for 40 yards, and James Farmer also has 1 reception, and it was that 12-yard touchdown that was hauled in earlier at the end of the second quarter. For the Pasadena City Lancers, it's Micah Mendoza who's been leading the charge on the ground, 50 yards on 8 carries. Caden Taylor has been the better of the 2 quarterbacks, 4 for 6, 92 yards and a touchdown. Mascalino only has 1 completion. It is a 22-yard touchdown, though, to Flip Fox. Flip Fox has been the person that the Dons have really struggled to contain. 3 receptions, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also has that 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Leading the Dons in tackling in the first half is Christian Gabb, the sophomore linebacker wearing number 18, has been all over the field, leads the team with 5 tackles. Also, there's a lot of players tied with 3, including Zamir Richardson, Mac Wolf, and Owen Tesh. None of the Dons players have recorded a sack thus far yet in the game. However, there has been 2 tackles for loss, one by Zamir Richardson and the other by Jake Bento. So again, those are the first half statistics for you as the Dons are about ready to kick it off. It's not going to be the usual Aaron Hotchkiss. It's going to be Devin Coleman who kicks it off, and the Lancers have a lot of room again here on the near sideline. Passing midfield, it's Mo Mali, the backup running back, who's done a lot of his work on the ground. Devin Coleman ends up making a big touchdown-saving tackle there, but the ball is in plus territory on the Dons' 42-yard line to start this drive for the Lancers. Again, my name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. It's the Dons' 2024 season opener, and things haven't gone their way.
14:52 starts here.
So Caden Taylor will be the quarterback to come out for the Lancers here at the beginning of the third quarter. First play, 1st and 10. Ball at the 42. Micah Mendoza shoots through the left side, and he's finally tripped up after about a 10-yard gain. That was Jake Giles on the tackle, gain of 10. So Michael Mendoza will stay into the game. There's a tight end down on the left, wearing number 6. That's Devin Munoz. The lone receiver on the far side. On the near side is Flip Fox. Got to keep a close eye on him. He has the next level speed. We've already seen on display a few times. Jordan Rodriguez is on the slot over on the far hash. Another handoff to Mendoza. Mendoza cuts back, runs through an arm tackle. It takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Dons to finally bring down Mendoza. The first person who was there was Vincent Navarro, but he was no match one-on-one for Mendoza as he ran through that tackle attempt. Gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Now it's Mo Mali, the backup running back in the game, alongside Caden Taylor. Snap goes to the right. It's a swing route over to Mali, and a good open field tackle there by the defensive back in coverage. That is Moki Leuma from the linebacker position. Correction, that's number 47, Jesse Vargas. He's a freshman defensive back from La Habra. 13 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 8. Mali still in the backfield. 3 receivers over to the left. Looks like pressure is coming from the linebacker position. They do bring 5. The Dons do get to Taylor, but it's not going to affect the throw as it's completed down to the 21. Jordan Rodriguez hauls it in on the out route. There is a penalty flag in the backfield, however, usually in the vicinity of holding. Ooh, so another tough break there for the Dons. Roughing the passer penalty on Maki Armstrong. A lot of penalty flags have been thrown against the Santa Ana Dons. So it's a completion to Jordan Rodriguez. Half the distance to the goal. The ball is now at the 10-yard line. The Lancers are in red zone territory once again. 2 receivers over to the right of Taylor. Mo Mali still in the backfield. To hand off to Mali. Mali cuts up the left side, but not a lot going on. Oscar Serrano, the sophomore from La Habra High School. A lot of La Habra players as well. You can tell where the Dons get a lot of their players from. El Dorado, La Habra. A few players from Garden Grove as well. Handful of players from the local Santa Ana high schools as well as Tustin and Foothill. Now Micah Mendoza checks back into the game. He's on the right of Caden Taylor. They fake the sweep over to the left side, and that ball is deflected down at the line by Zamir Richardson. Finally, Zamir Richardson able to get into the backfield and create a play. Not a sack that he wanted, but it is a pass breakup. 3rd and 8. The yard to gain is at the 1-yard line, so the Lancers could get a first down without scoring. Flip Fox is the slot over there on the far side. Both he and his teammate, Maddox Mateski, are wide of the field towards the numbers. 2 receivers down here on the near side as well. Caden Taylor motions Micah Mendoza. Taylor rides the handoff, and a big hole for Micah Mendoza as he walks into the end zone. The defensive end on that near side had to stay home in case Caden Taylor pulled the ball, and that left a big gap for Mendoza as he was able to stroll into the end zone. 30-7 is the score pending the extra point. Now coming in is the kicker, Oslo Rigby. Been perfect from PATs thus far. Also has a 20-yard field goal under his line in this contest as well. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. 31-7 is the score. Just under 12 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. And thanks for tuning in to Don's Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
So Oslo Rigby will kick it off deep. Malachi Bay, no, looks like it's going to be Damian Gomez who takes it at the goal line. Starts heading towards the near side hash, spins through another tackle, but it gets brought down at the 27-yard line. One of the players' helmets comes off for one of the Lancers, but it'll be the first possession we're seeing here in the second half now for Nate Bento and the Dons offense. We mentioned some of the stats. Nate Bento has to be more efficient here going forward if the Dons hope to come back and not only fight into this game, but for the rest of the games on their season. Currently 8 of 16 for 67 yards. Has one touchdown that came to James Farmer, but also has 2 interceptions. Both of them were very costly. One was at the end of the first half, and the other was in double coverage in red zone territory when he was trying to get the ball to his sophomore receiver, Malachi Pierce. Now they're going to go with that heavy package again. 2 tight ends. They motion one across the side of the formation. Ball squirts away from on the handoff. Owen Smith never got it, and it's going to be a fumble recovery for Julius Ray. So on the first play of the second half, as the snowball things continue to snowball for the Dons. And now that'll force the Dons defense to come back out onto the field. And they're backed up into their own territory. We're going to see the second quarterback, Gianni Mascalino. In the backfield with him is Mo Mali. Flip Fox not on the field now. We'll see what the Lancers cook up here on this 1st and 10. Ball on their 24 after the fumble in the exchange between Bento and Owen Smith. Mascalino throws it right over the middle. A lot of space to work with, and getting wrestled down at the 3-yard line is Josh Barron. Both Jake Benton and Joey Fox combine on the tackle. Looked like the Dons were in a cover 3 in the seam right up the middle from the slot receiver. Gash the Dons defense. Looks like there's another player injured for the Dons. Owen Tesh was able to make it out to the numbers, however, wasn't able to get all the way towards the sideline. We hope he's okay. With the injury timeout, we'll go ahead and cut to a commercial break ourselves. Dons trail 31-7. We'll be right back in a jiff.
Starting your college journey is a big step. It requires discipline and dedication while you balance your work, life, and education. At Santa Ana College, you can choose a pathway that fits into your schedule and leads you toward your personal and educational goals. Earn an associate degree, university transfer, career training, or even a bachelor's degree in occupational studies. With classes available both in person and online. Gain the professionalism and confidence you need to further yourself and your career, and become a bigger part of your community. Wraparound services are available to fit your needs and provide all the necessary tools to achieve academic.
So 1st and goal here for the Lancers. Ball at the Dons 2-yard line on the left hash. Mo Mali's in the backfield with Gianni Mascalino. It's a fade route to the receiver all by himself, and he gets the catch. Was his feet in bounds? The referee does say it's a touchdown. A touchdown from Mascalino to Maddox Mateski. The tight end was lined up wide. He was one-on-one with Joey Fox, and Joey Fox No match with the tight end, who stands at 6'3", weighing 200 pounds. Joey Fox standing at 5'11", so a big height advantage for Mateski. 37-7, pending the extra point. Nico Razzo will attempt the PAT. And he gets the PAT off and through the uprights. 38-7 now is the score. Dons trailing here. 11:10 left to go in the third quarter. Things going from bad to worse on the first play of the third quarter for the Dons offense. Bento never got it into Owen Smith's gut cleanly, and he fumbled the ball. Went right to Julius Ray, who gets credited the fumble recovery. And just like that, they're able to score 2 touchdowns in less than a minute. And the next time you can catch the Dons here at Eddie West Field will be on Saturday, September 21st, as they take on the Glendale College Vaqueros. Next week they'll hit the road to take on LA Southwest. Back deep to return is Malachi Bay and Damian Gomez. Gomez on the far hash, while Malachi Bay is on the near hash. It'll be Oslo Rigby to kick things off. Look like the Lancers has 6 players on one side, so he evens them out to where there's 5 on each. Another booming kickoff, this time 5 yards into the end zone, and it bounces off the chest of Damian Gomez. Malachi Bay then picked it up. It came out of the end zone, and the way Malachi Bay went to dive at it, he kind of slid into the end zone. But it was touched, and it could potentially be a safety for the Lancers. So again, total miscue there by Damian Gomez. The referees are going to talk about it. We'll see what they... Yep. And so they're going to rule it a safety. So Damian Gomez couldn't come up with the catch cleanly. Dons haven't even had a chance to get rolling here in the second half. We saw a fumble on their first snap. And then Damian Gomez, one of the returners here for the Dons, bounced off the chest plate, came into the field to play, and Malachi Bay recovered it in the end zone. And so now the Dons will have to punt it away. It's now a 40-7 score in favor of Pasadena City College.
I would just call the team safety. I mean, that's all it was. That's all you can call it.
So these self-inflicted wounds hurting the Dons' chance here in their season opener to get some more points up on the board in the second half. In front of a good-sized turnout here at Eddie West Field as well. Again, head coach Jeff Jones in his first season, but not unfamiliar with the head coach position. Took over as a head coach back in 2002 here at Santa Ana College and was the head coach all the way through 2016. Became co-head coach with Adam Nyson, and he was calling the offense, serving as the offensive coordinator. Then when Anthony White took over in 2020, he was also calling plays for the offensive coordinator. But after the opening at the head coach position last year, due to the passing of Anthony White, head coach Jeff Jones steps in as the head coach of the program for the 2024 season. It'll be Devin Coleman. He's a punter from El Dorado High School. He'll have to kick this one off from the 20. He thought he had to punt it, but someone does throw out the tee for him. Jordan Rodriguez back deep to return, as well as Drew Phillips. Coleman boots this one towards the middle. It's going to be a chance for Drew Phillips, who takes it at the 21. A lot of room over here on that near sideline. Can Coleman cut him off? He does. He gets blocked into the carrier. Ooh, and Coleman comes up injured as his helmet came off. The trainers are going to have a look at him as he put his body on the line just to save that touchdown. Ball's now at the 29-yard line, so another big return, this time for Drew Phillips. We hope Devin Coleman is okay while we wait to see him get helped off towards the sideline. We're going to cut to a commercial break, and we'll be back in a moment.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
So Devin Coleman was able to walk off the field with the assistance of some of the trainers here at Santa Ana College. 10:57 left to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lancers offense. We're going to see the quarterback, Gianni Mascalino. Micah Mendoza back into the backfield. He's been running all over the Dons defense, gashing them for big yards. It's going to be a rolled out play to the right. Mascalino looking for the corner route, and he has his receiver open. Out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Making the catch, that's Drew Phillips, who just had the big return just a play ago. Ball now at the 7-yard line for the Lancers over on the far hash. John Bautista going to check back into the game at the running back position. Also running onto the field is Josh Barron, one of the sophomore receivers. The Lancers putting on a clinic here offensively. 40-7 is the score here, still early in the third quarter. Play action, roll out to the other side by himself. And there's going to be a late flag thrown as the pass was intended for Jaden Alexander. Looked like it was J.J. Garcia. J.J. Garcia, the man in coverage. He's listed as a receiver here on the roster. So half the distance to the goal. Ball now at the 2-yard line for the Lancers offense. And a good size turnout from their side of the crowd as well, traveling from the city of Pasadena. So Mascalino gets the plays from the sideline, relays it. They're going to have 2 players lined up in the backfield, so 3 running backs total. Mascalino started under center, but now both those players will motion to tight ends. They're going to hand it off up the middle to, and looked like the ball may have came loose. The Dons are celebrating like as if they recovered. And yes, the far sideline referee says it is a fumble recovery for the Dons defense. So they're able to come up big there. John Bautista coughs it up. And now the Dons will have the ball at their own 3-yard line, so they're pinned down deep into their own territory. Nate Bento and the offense will have to be very careful here. Haven't had much of an opportunity in the second half. And they have weapons like Malachi Pierce. Saucedo and Owen Smith were a very good freshman duo last season. James Farmer is another good receiving option as well. However, just a lot of miscues, self-inflicted wounds, and Lancers are playing some good defense as well. Looks like they're going to bring pressure on this first down handoff. Another great play there by Ja'Kai Poley. We've seen him and his teammate Tarek Brumfield make all kinds of plays from that middle linebacker position, especially in the 3-4. It's so important for you guys to have that aggressive and fast and quick linebackers in the middle of that 3-4 defense. Now it's going to be first down and 12, ball at their own 1-yard line. Dons are still in shotgun. Bento's going to have to throw this one away quickly. Tries to get up to Pierce, floated up into the air, and it's going to be an interception. Pierce finally does wrestle down the defender at the 15. Dominic Grand comes up with the interception there, and Bento looking all sorts of flustered there. Pressure got into his face, and he just started rolling out to his right. No other receiver was out there, and on the run, he tried to throw it to Pierce off his back foot. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Lancers after coughing it up on the fumble. It goes right back to the Dons, and then right back to the Lancers as Jake Bento threw his third interception of the evening. 3 receivers out to the right for the Lancers. Caden Taylor in at quarterback. Pumps to the left, now rolls out to the right. Breaks contain, and he just throws it into the stands. Gets rid of it. Second down and 10 coming up for Taylor and the Lancers offense. Head coach Robert Tucker did say that we were going to see all 3 quarterbacks, but we've only seen 2 thus far for the Lancers offense. We'll wait to see if they do decide to throw anyone else. 9:12 left to go here in the third quarter. Dons trailing big. 40-7 is the score in the 2024 season opener. Hands it off to Mo Mali, and this time he's swallowed up in the backfield. Making the tackle there is Maki Armstrong, the sophomore defensive lineman, transferred from the University of Redlands. Doesn't look like the clock's rolling at the moment. Third and 12 coming up. Caden Taylor in the backfield with Mo Mali. 2 receivers to each side of him. Third and long. Let's see what the Dons can do here. It's another rollout play to the right side. Another comeback route to his receiver. He does make the catch. Is it enough for a first down? Caught by Jag Richer. Ball's marked down at the 5. And it looks like that's going to be just enough for a first down. So they needed 12. They got 12 right there on that comeback. Well-executed play. We've seen them go to that comeback route with a series of different receivers. Doesn't matter who's lined up out there. The Lancers are able to execute that. 11 personnel as they have a tight end down on the right side. Mo Mali's in the backfield directly behind Caden Taylor. They hand it off to Mali on the right side. And again, he's going to walk into the end zone untouched before he hits the blue. Looks like there is a flag on the play. And there was such a big gap on that right side due to the holding penalty there by the Lancers offensive line. So back them up 10 more yards. They'll have first and goal, but this time from the 15. Looks like the Lancers are making some mass substitutions here. A couple different offensive linemen check into the game, as well as some receivers and skill players. Micah Mendoza back into the game. So both the starting quarterback and the running back. 10 seconds left to get the play clock off, or to get the play off. Still looks like there's some confusion, so the sideline for the Lancers are going to have to take a timeout. 8:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, thanks for tuning in to Don's Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
Back here after the timeout. Let's go ahead and get you some scores from around the 3C2A. LA Southwest, who the Dons play next week, defeated West LA. 20-18 was the score. West LA did put up 12 points in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough to come back against LA Southwest. Also in the SCFA, Golden West defeated Bakersfield by a score of 27-25. Also earlier on SportsNetUSA.net, Fullerton took care of business against Santa Barbara City College on the road, defeating them 38-0. So now, first and goal for the Lancers here at the Dons 15-yard line. Handoff to Mendoza. It looked like there was miscommunication as he went wide, but Taylor was expecting him to go up the middle. He does cut back all the way to the left side and get to the 8-yard line. Jake Bento makes the tackle. Defensive back, who's the brother of Nate Bento, the quarterback for the Santa Ana Dons. Just under 8 minutes left to go now in the third quarter. Taylor's out there with Micah Mendoza still. 2 receivers to each side. 4 down defensive linemen for the Dons. Taylor drops back. Pressure's already in his face, and this is going to be the first sack we see of the season for Zamir Richardson. So the first sack comes here in the third quarter, halfway through. Dons are trailing 40-7, but Zamir Richardson has his first sack of the season. He was an All-American last year. A lot of those sacks were created due to the pressure up the middle caused by Blaise Iglesias. Blaise Iglesias was the All-Metro Conference Defensive Player of the Year in 2022 and wreaked a lot of havoc in 2023, but that allowed Richardson as a freshman to come off the edge clean a lot of times. Now he's a sophomore with his first sack of the season. Third and long. It's third and goal from the 19-yard line, and more penetration from another sophomore defensive lineman, Joseph Aborni. So 2 sophomore defensive linemen coming up big there, pushing the Lancers back. Again, they had first and goal from the 4, but they had a holding penalty. Then there was a sack, and then there was a tackle for loss here. That pushed them all the way back down to the 23. Now it'll be Oslo Rigby to attempt this this field goal. Holders set up at the 30. So a 40-yard field goal attempt, had plenty of distance, clean through the uprights. That would have been clean for another at least 15 yards there. So well-executed special teams play there by the Lancers as they go up now 43-7. And thanks for tuning in to Don's Football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We'll see the kick return team this time for the Dons, and let's see if they can do a much better job of securing the ball. Last time they were out on the field, it was Damian Gomez, who unfortunately let the ball bounce off his chest. And it squirted all the way out of the end zone to about the 3-yard line, and Malachi Bay, the other returner, went to go and recover it. As he jumped on the ball, he landed in the end zone because the ball was drifting towards the blue in the end zone, and it became a safety on the Dons. Self-inflicted wound. Now there's confusion here on the special teams unit. They're going to pull Malachi Bay off, and Damian Gomez is going to hop out there along with Malachi Pierce. Malachi Pierce going to let this one go into the end zone. One of the better kicks we've seen from Oslo Rigby. And so the Dons will get the ball. 6:09 left to go here in the third quarter. And it's the 2024 season opener. So the Dons offense will take over here at the 25-yard line. It's the best field position they've had all game. Nate Bento still in the game at quarterback. Owen Smith in the backfield. 2 receivers to each side. Malachi Pierce is the outside receiver here on the near sideline. They hand it off up the middle to Owen Smith. This time the O-line does get a decent push.
4D on the tackle.
Handful of backups in on the field for the Lancers defense. Don't see the traditional names that we're used to seeing out there. 3 receivers now over to the right. Bento, along with Owen Smith in the backfield. Going to drop back. Again, no one open, so he's going to decide to take off. This time has a good burst of speed, spins off another defender, keeps the feet going somehow, and it's finally brought down at the 42. So had a lot of success there on that run attempt. We're used to seeing Bento taking off, and the likes of Tarek Brumfield or Ja'Kai Pulley, the linebackers, the 2 sophomore linebackers, close in on the quarterback relatively quickly. But with the backups in, Bento was able to burst for a few more yards here, get past midfield. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Dons in plus territory. Blitz coming from the wide side of the field, and they run right into it.
45-91.
So it's a tackle for loss for Alexander Arroyo, along with Andrew Avila. Loss of 2 on the play. Dons going backwards there on that 1st down. Just under 5 minutes left to go now in the third quarter. Dons heading from left to right. James Farmer is the lone receiver over on the far side. Bento has pressure right in his face, makes the first man miss, makes another man miss. Showing off some nice skills there in the open field. Gets a gain of 14 on that run. Brought down at the 32-yard line. So another 1st down for the Dons. Both the last few 1st downs have come off the feet of Nate Bento, the quarterback, getting his 1st start as a member of the Santa Ana Dons. Handoff up to Owen Smith. Owen Smith looking for a lane. Bursts through up the middle and gets all the way to the 18. So another 1st down. Now the Dons are starting to gash this second unit on defense. Lancers have a big cushion here. 43-7 is the score. Bento drops back, has pressure already in his face. Again, makes the 1st man miss. Can't make the 2nd man miss as a lot of Lancers gang tackle. Bento in the backfield. Loss of about 4 as he gets backed up all the way to the 23. Sack there by Luis Vasquez. Second down and long coming up, 14 to be exact. Farmer and Pierce are the 2 receivers flanked out to the left of Bento. 2 tight ends into the game. It's another handoff to Owen Smith. Owen Smith running hard still. The sophomore from El Medina High School. No, that's William Saucedo. Saucedo, he has more of that north and south running style compared to his teammate Owen Smith. And both the same grade. Both were very talented freshmen last year. Both the tight ends, Brady Locker and Nathan Meeker into the game. Bento drops back to pass. Again, makes another defender miss in the open field. Bursts ahead with speed and finds the end zone. The 2nd touchdown of the evening for Jake Bento. Nothing doing on the pass play there. Scrambled to his right. Made the first defender miss in the open field, and from then it was a race to the goal line. He was able to beat the safety, and that's touchdown number 2 of the evening for the Santa Ana Dons. Aaron Hotchkiss will come out to attempt the point after attempt. Jake Bento is the holder, and he's the older brother of Nate Bento. The kick is good. So the score is 43 now to 14. 2:39 left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back in just a moment.
Starting your college journey is a big step. It requires discipline and dedication while you balance your work, life, and education. At Santa Ana College, you can choose a pathway that fits into your schedule and leads you toward your personal and educational goals. Earn an associate degree, university transfer, career training, or even a bachelor's degree in occupational studies. With classes available both in person and online. Gain the professionalism and confidence you need to further yourself and your career. And become a bigger part of your community. Wraparound services are available to fit your needs and provide all the necessary tools.
So John Bautista and Drew Phillips back deep to return. Drew had a big return last time that he took the ball on or kick return. Now finds some room on the near sideline. Finally gets driven out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Good special teams play there by Jacob Quinn. He's one of the sophomore defensive backs getting some playing time on the special teams. That's where the Lancers will start this offensive possession at the 41-yard line. We'll see which quarterback comes out. They lead 43 to 14. 2:31 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, thanks for tuning in. Next home game for the Santa Ana Dons will be here September 21st against Glendale Community College. The Vaqueros will come to Santa Ana. That game is set to kick off at 6 p.m. Again, that's Saturday, September 21st. The next time you can catch the Dons here at home, it'll be Gianni Mascolino with Mo Mali in the backfield. Mascolino, oh, miscommunication there. Can he get past Aborni? He cannot. Aborni drags him down. Tackle for loss. Aborni's hyped after the big play. Miscommunication as Mascolino turned to his right, but Ali went to his left. Trying to run on that left side of the offensive line. The left side has had a lot of success running that direction. But again, they put in a lot of their backups, rotating some of the guys that don't always get as much playing time as the starters do. Mo Mali to the left of Mascolino. Two receivers as well over to this side on the near sideline. We don't see the likes of Flip Fox or Jordan Rodriguez out there. Looks like the Dons are going to bring pressure as the linebacker creeps up to the line of scrimmage. They rush 5. Mali does get dragged down for a minimal gain of about 1.
21. Let's give an assist to 32.
So 3rd and long coming up, 3rd and 17 to be exact. Yard to gain is the Dons' 49-yard line. The ball is currently at the Lancers' 34. Just under a minute left to go here in the third quarter. 3 receivers go out to Mascolino's left. And they went no huddle, but they took some time to get the play in here on this 3rd and long. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Jordan Rodriguez, no John Bautista in the backfield. Short pass over to the wide side of the field. They dump it off quickly, and 3 Dons are there to make the tackle at the 41-yard line. So he's going to be well short of the sticks. Josh Barron on the reception. Tackled by Owen Tesh, along with Matthew Gill. So 4th and 10. And the Lancers are going to be able to run this one all the way to the 4th quarter as the scoreboard officially has hit zeros. 4th and final quarter here in the 2024 season opener. Lancers lead very comfortably. 43-14 is the score. When we come back, we'll have the 4th quarter here on Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
So the punt team is out for the Pasadena City Lancers. Back deep to punt this one is Alejandro Rodriguez. Malachi Bay is going to let this one bounce. Oh, decides to pick it up at the 22. Has some room to work with on the far sideline. Makes a cut back on the inside. And finally dragged down at the 48 of the Lancers. So they're in plus territory. Again, the Dons are heading from right to left. Malachi Bay is a special athlete over at Garden Grove High School the past 4 years. Had the pleasure of getting to coach him back when he was in middle school and then coaching against him when he was at high school. Listed as a defensive back, but getting some kick return opportunities and punt return opportunities. Very explosive athlete. Making some plays on special teams as a freshman. 14:45 left to go in the quarter. Nate Bento with a different running back alongside him. The first time we're seeing him into the game. A lot of room over on the right side. And he gets brought out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That's Tyler Robinson. He's a freshman from Sonora High School. The Dons do a really good job recruiting out of that La Habra Placentra area. A lot of these kids come from El Dorado, La Habra High School, Sonora High School. Again, that's the new freshman running back, Tyler Robinson, getting some burn here late in the season opener. Another handoff to Robinson, off the right guard. Trips forward to the 37-yard line, 32. And that'll bring up 2nd down and about 6. Alex will get another running back. Ethan Frazier, freshman from Villa Park High School. Three receivers over to the left. Bento's going to look to the far side, and it's caught down at the 25-yard line. Now the Dons are finally having some success, but it is against the 2nd unit of the Lancers defense. Caught there by Keyshawn Johnson. Great name to have as a receiver here. He's going to get checked out as James Farmer checks back in. Malachi Pierce still out on the field over on the near sideline. He's the most outside receiver here on the numbers. Handoff up the middle. Looks like that's Saucedo trying to get north and south and finally tripped up at the 19. Saucedo runs very hard. Again, a member of that undefeated 14-0 Yorba Linda Mustang team back in 2022. Just over 13 minutes left to go. The receivers now to the right of Bento. Dons are able to go at a much quicker pace. Fade route to Pierce, and Pierce stopped as if it was going to be a hitch route. And Bento threw it as if he was fading towards the end zone. So miscommunication there between the receiver and quarterback. Probably one of those option routes. And if you see the receiver or the defensive back, bailing, receiver is told to go sit underneath but Bento thought he was going to fade to the end zone. Third and 4. Bento creeps up, gets past one defender, and finally brought down at the 9.
51 and 36.
So when Bento gets loose, does have a shifty skill set. Dons get to the line relatively quickly here. Let's see if they can strike. First and goal from the 10-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Saucedo. Not a lot of room right up the middle.
61.
He probably pushes the pile to about the 8-yard line, so a gain of 2. Saucedo still working hard late into this game. Dons trail again 43-14. Saucedo now has 8 rushes for 20 yards. Owen Smith leads the team in carries with 10, unless you count Nate Bento's 19 attempts to run. A lot of those on scrambles. 12 minutes left to go in the final quarter of this one. Bento looks left for Malachi Pierce. Pierce able to haul it in. Was his foot in bounds? Still awaiting the call. It's a touchdown. The lights go off here at Eddie West Field. Malachi Pierce gets his first touchdown on the 2024 season after finishing with 18 this past year. Just a fade route to the corner of the end zone, and Malachi Pierce was able to haul it in from Nate Bento. Looks like there's an injured Lancer. Slow to get off the field. Will be assisted off by the trainers here. 43-20 is the score. An 8-yard pitch and catch from Nate Bento to Malachi Pierce. Going to be Aaron Hotchkiss to attempt the PAT. PAT is through the uprights, and just like that, it's a 43-21 game, just under 12 minutes left to go. Dons are set to kick it off, and we'll see the Lancers offense once again. And even though the Dons might not be able to come back in this game, they could still build some momentum going forward and find out what works best for them, both offensively and defensively, against their opponents. Again, next Saturday, they'll take on LA Southwest College. And then in 2 weeks, they'll be back home here at Eddie West Field to take on Glendale College. Still 9 more games on the schedule for the Dons.
What's that? It's a cookie time.
After their game here against Glendale College, they'll travel to Santa Monica, and for their final non-conference game, they'll play LA Valley at LA Valley back in October. Ooh, high tackle there on the pooch kick. No flag is thrown. But the Lancers do recover at the 27-yard line. Again, the next 4 games for the Dons. They'll have LA Southwest next week. Glendale College here at home in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks, they'll travel to Santa Monica, and then on October 5th, they'll travel to LA Valley to take on the Monarchs. So we'll see who comes out at quarterback. It looks like it's the backup Gianni Mascalino. Mo Mali in the backfield with Mascalino. Hand off to Mali. Mali doesn't have a lot of room up the middle, and he's brought down after getting back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like the combination of Tesh and Maki Armstrong combined on that tackle there. Second down and 10. Lancers just going to play it safe and try and see if they can get more yards on the ground here. They have their second string offensive line in. Micah Mendoza comes back into the game. Again, he's that sophomore running back who's been running all over Don's defense. 12 carries for 75 yards on the ground thus far. Penetration in the backfield, runs through the first linebacker that meets him in the hole. And it takes six Don's defenders to bring him down at the 31. Jake Bento in on the tackle, along with Joseph Aborni. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. Now Mo Mali's going to check back into the game. Mendoza hits the bench. Mali also has 9 rushes for 27 yards. Long look over there to the sideline for the plays, and no rush to get this play off. Up ahead for Pasadena City College, they'll host West LA College at Robinson Stadium next Saturday. Game is set to kick off at 6 p.m. Molly motions to the right side of Taylor, and looks like they're going to throw a flag, delay of game. So Taylor wasn't able to get, not Taylor, that's Mascalino. Mascalino wasn't able to get the snap off before the clock hit 0. So back him up 5 more yards. It'll be 3rd and 11. Third and 11. The yard to gain is the Lancers' 38-yard line. Mo Mali in the backfield with Mascalino. Looks like the Dons are going to bring pressure from the linebacker position. 5 do come. Here's a throw over deep towards the far sideline. Intercepted. Works like a punt as he had to dive and lay out for that interception. He hits the ground at the 41-yard line. Looks like that's Tanner Froneberger. Tough to see those numbers, especially on the far sideline, but that is number 23. So 9:37, the Dons take over here at their own 41-yard line. And Bento back out there with Owen Smith. Can the Lancers participate in the American Pacific Conference with the likes of L.A. Pierce, Southwest, Glendale, Valley, Santa Monica, or the Dons participate in the American Metro? Bento's going to air it out for Pierce. Over on the far side, gets the toe tap down to the 29. A big play there for the Dons. They're going to rule him out at the 27, as Malachi Pierce shows why he was one of the best receivers at the JUCO level last year. Big pitch and catch from Nate Bento to his sophomore receiver Malachi Pierce. 3 receivers now to the right as the Dons hurry up and get lined up. Gonna look that way again. Pierce finally breaks off into the end zone. An easy pitch and catch. Malachi Pierce with his 2nd touchdown reception on the evening. The Dons are having their way with the 2nd unit here of the Lancers defense. 43-27 is the score. Get a new feature here at Eddie West Field is the lights showing Dons colors after a score. They did something before the game as well too, so I highly recommend you come out to Eddie West Field to come check out one of the Dons games. Pretty cool to see up here from the press box. I'm sure it looks a lot cooler down on the field. Aaron Hotchkiss will attempt the point after. And it's through the uprights. So now it's a 15-point deficit for the Dons. 9 minutes left to go. .904 left to go in the 4th quarter. Again, there you see it on the scoreboard. 43-28 is the score. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from. Had a lot of fun calling the Dons football games last season. Dons finished 9-2 last year. Had a very strong and swarming defense, along with a strong running game and some very talented freshmen on the offense last year. Receivers. Looks like the Dons kickoff team is missing a player. Now running out onto the field is Moki Leuma. So Hotchkiss with another pooch kick. Received at the 24. Oh, that's Micah Mendoza. You don't want to get him the ball. Now Aaron Hotchkiss is the only man stopping Mendoza from the touchdown. It's actually J.J. Garcia who's able to cut him off. And coming from behind is Tanner Frauneberger.
23 and 43 on tackles.
So that could have been big trouble for the Dons kickoff team. Micah Mendoza is still out there as a member of the kick return unit. He's had a lot of success running the ball on the ground today.
How many yards did he go? That's going to be 50 yards. Wow.
Goes from one 24-yard line to the other.
It's a good idea, but it's like you didn't expect the guy to
Just under 9 minutes left to go.
4 at quarterback.
They'll now bring in Caden Taylor at quarterback position. Mo Mali. Some of the starters are back in as well at receiver. Flip Fox is the receiver here on the near sideline. Also in is Jordan Rodriguez. The handoff up the middle for a very minimal gain to the 25-yard line.
11:45.
And maybe the Lancers are hoping to put one more up on the board to give them a more comfortable lead. On defense, the Dons have out Joseph Aborni, Maki Armstrong, along with Oscar Serrano and Edward Castro. Those are the 4 down defensive linemen. Markel Mitchell, the near side corner. And it's a tackle for a loss in the backfield at the 31. About a 6-yard loss there on that play. Mo Mali going backwards. You haven't seen that a whole lot. And Oscar Serrano making good penetration into the backfield along with Maki Armstrong. Zamir Richardson now checked in as the near side defensive end. Jesse Vargas is one of the safeties out on the field, along with Jake Bento. And Flip Fox is down here one-on-one with the corner Markel Mitchell. A lot of space here on the wide side of the field. Let's see if they decide to attack this corner. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Lancers. Yard to gain is the 18. They're going to roll out that way. A lot of space for Fox. He had to scoop down and catch that one. Did it hit the ground? They're going to say, yes, he caught it. He was out of bounds at the 19. He's going to be about 3 yards, no, at the 15. And that's going to be a first down. So just enough for a first down. Again, you have to respect the speed. So Markel Mitchell bailing at the corner position very soon when Flip Fox runs that comeback route. It's a very easy pitch and catch for his quarterback, Caden Taylor. Again, trying to eat as much time off the clock as possible. Two receivers to the left of the formation and a tight end down on the right. That's Devin Munoz, wearing number 6. And a lot of the starters back in for the Lancers. Trying to put the nail in the coffin as a handoff to Mendoza. He had some blockers out in front of him, but he got tripped up from behind. Good penetration there in the middle of the line. Looked like that was Joseph Aborni. Trips him up for only a 2-yard gain. Just over 6 minutes left now to go in the 4th quarter. Edward Castro going to check back into the game. Zamir Richardson going to check out. Mendoza still in the backfield with Caden Taylor. And in no hurry to get this play off. Trying to chew off as much clock as they can. Mendoza motions over to the right. Gonna run off the left side. Big hole opens up for him. Mendoza shows a lot of patience, and now he keeps the feet churning. Stood up at the 8-yard line. So now it looks like the Lancers are going to line up very quickly. 3rd and about 2. We'll see if they decide to slow things down and try and draw the Dons off sides. They snap it. I don't think he was off sides. It's batted away there by Frauenberger. Again, they thought the linebacker jumped into the neutral zone, but he did a nice job of laying off. He was very close to it, but from our angle, it didn't look like he did. It's now 4th and 2. Do you take the points if you're head coach Robert Tucker? And it does look like he runs out the field goal unit with the ball here at the 8-yard line. The punter, Alejandro Rodriguez, will hold it. And lining up to kick it will be Oslo Rigby. Ball placed at the 15-yard line, so it'll be a 25-yard field goal. He already made a 20-yarder. Plenty of distance on that one as he nails it right through the uprights. Just under 5 minutes left to go. It's now a 46-28 game here late in the 4th quarter. The Dons 2024 season opener. Barring a miracle, looks like they're going to start off 0-1, but will travel to LA Southwest next weekend before coming back home in 2 weekends to take on Glendale College. Again, we're going to come back. The Dons will have the ball after their kick return.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College, where it leads.
So Oslo Rigby has the ball on the tee. Everyone's lined up, ready to go. 4:56 left on the scoreboard. Damian Gomez and Malachi Bay both back deep to return this one. It's going to go to Malachi Bay. Takes it right there at the goal line. Good penetration on the kickoff right there. That's good coverage there by number 35 on the Lancers roster, Aiden White, sophomore running back from West Covina. Tracks down Malachi Bay before he can even cross the 20-yard line. Nate Bento has found a little bit of a hot streak. Does have 3 touchdowns, 12 of 22, 141 yards through the air. Also has those 3 interceptions. Did also fumble the ball on the handoff to Owen Smith. Looks like we do have a new quarterback in the game as well. Matthew Espinoza now into the game for the 2nd time. He did come in for 1 play earlier when Nate Bento lost his helmet. Saucedo running hard still off the left side, cuts back up the hashes and gets a gain of about 6. Malachi Pierce still in the game. He's the receiver on the near side. James Farmer out wide, along with Damian Gomez in the slot. Tight end Nathan Meek, the tight end, down on the right side. Dons are going to play with some pace. There's Espinoza's first pass attempt. And this is caught on the far sideline by James Farmer. He's able to keep both feet in bounds. So Saucedo's going to check out, and coming back in is Ethan Frazier, one of their freshman running backs from Villa Park. Good opportunity for Espinoza here to display his skill sets and see if he can earn some more playing time. It's a handoff to Frazier. Frazier gets to about the 39 yard line. Good block there by Malik Pea. as he's able to drive his defender all the way back to the 49, and that player for the Lancers lost his helmet. Looks like they are going to take out Malachi Pierce. Put another receiver in there, Dante Houston, freshman from Magnolia High School. Second down and 3. Espinoza dropping back, scrambling to his right, still keeping his eyes down the field, throws across the middle, a very dangerous pass, but it's caught at the 46-yard line. That's one of the tight ends, Brady Locker, another freshman, another player from El Dorado High School. There's a lot of them on here. 3:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And Matthew Espinoza, the new quarterback from South Torrance High School. Sees pressure, rolls to his right, now has some space to work with, and chased out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Ooh, the refs are going to mark him out at the 41, actually, so he stepped out a lot earlier than what it looked like. Second down and 5 coming up. Malachi Pierce will check back into the game. He'll go over to the far side. The Lancers put 2 DBs in coverage over there to Malachi Pierce's side to try and take away their #1 target. And it looks like it was a delay of game on the Dons offense. Took too long to get the play in. They made a substitution. So back them up to the 46-yard line. Second down and 10 coming up. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this one. And the Dons will start off 0-1 on the season, but take on LA Southwest College on the road next week before coming back home on September 21st to take on the Glendale College Vaqueros. Espinoza drops back, sees some pressure. It's going to his right. No one open. Does throw it deep for Pierce. Is that intercepted inbounds? It was an interception. An interception for the Lancers defense in the second string unit. Ivan Can, defensive back that probably didn't expect to get an interception today's game. Ends up with one here in the final minutes of the fourth quarter. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. And that'll bring out the Dons defense. Tough play there for Matthew Espinoza. No one was open down the field. He rolled to his right to buy some more time. Saw Malachi Pierce, but he overthrew his intended target. Now there's a handful of backups in for the Dons defense as well. And at linebacker is Moki Leamua, along with Jacob Polka. So new quarterback in for the Lancers as well. Along with the new running back, we'll get you some of those names. It's a loss of about 1 on the play. The Dons defense definitely does swarm into the game for the final possession for the Lancers. Sitani Sagataraga, quarterback from Lae, Hawaii, checks into the game, and he handed it off to Joshua Mesa on that last play. Second down and 10 coming up. They're going to say that Mesa made it back to the line of scrimmage. And so now there'll be a 2-minute warning as both teams will head towards the sideline. And with this 2-minute warning timeout, we'll go ahead and take a quick timeout of ourselves here. Dons trail 46-28.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader. a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
So it's a 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Lancers offense. Again, plenty of backups in for both these teams.
38 on
Handoff over on the left side. Devin Groves gets the handoff, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and making the tackle there for the Dons is Jesse Vargas. Third and 9 coming up for the Lancers offense. Again, this is the 3rd quarterback we're seeing, Satani Sagataraga. Just over a minute left to go, and Lancers in no hurry to get this play off. Dons look like they do. They might bring pressure here on this 3rd and long. Oh, miscommunication on the handoff, and Sagataraga tackles, slides down at the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 6 coming up. With 40 seconds on the play clock, they can run this down till about 6 seconds remaining. However, the play clock hasn't started running, so it looks like that will be the last play of the game. The Dons and the Lancers don't need to snap it one more time as the game clock is ahead of the play clock. So both teams will make their way to the 50-yard line. Again, thanks for tuning in to Dons football here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. My name is Noah Alvarez. It's been a pleasure calling this game for you guys. Next time you can hear us here at Eddie West Field will be Saturday, September 21st as they take on Glendale College. The clock has hit 0. And the final score in this one, the Lancers from Pasadena City College, 46. Your Dons of Santa Ana College, 28. Your Dons start off 0-1 and will take on LA Southwest next week, while the Lancers start off 1-0 and will host West LA College next weekend. And thanks for tuning in. The next home game you can catch here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel will be this upcoming Friday, September 13th, as it'll be a soccer doubleheader. The women's will host the College of the Desert Roadrunners, while the men's soccer team will host San Bernardino Valley College. Women's game starts at 2, men's game starts at 4. Again, thanks for tuning in. For Cammie, Sal, and everyone else who helped out with the broadcast, I'm Noah Alvarez saying thank you again for tuning in to Santa Ana